Trash to Cash Podcast, episode 46. How's it going, guys? I made a guess on that number, but I feel like
I think it's like somewhere in the 40s. It's like 4 in the morning, guys. We started way early, and I'm tired, so you're going to see the roles reversed. I'm tired today. He's usually tired.
Yeah, actually, I'm feeling great. I got up at like 5 a.m. I had a bit of a nightmare situation trying to get the Burgers bagels.
That wasn't diarrhea this time?
Well, the diarrhea was part of the stress, but that was like kind of a subtle, like in my belly.
You've been eating way too many creams and
I've been having
pastas.
a lot of cheeses, soft cheeses, hard cheeses, all the cheeses.
Getting right into the poo talk.
That's why Cary got his own room.
Yeah, so we got Kevin, the Commonwealth Picker, sitting across the table from us. I know no one will believe it. Here, you know what? I'm going to record it on my phone so people can understand that it's real.
Yeah, he's really right here.
Last time they didn't believe he was with us. So there's Kevin.
I'm here.
And here's us. And I'll put that in the footage. And look, we got some special guests here. We've got Mike and Omnitababa Flips.
Ford Pinto Flips.
Ford Pinto Flips backwards. Yes, just type that and you'll find him. But yeah, no, so we just finished up at FlipCon. What did you guys think?
It was exhausting. That was like
it was a marathon.
20 straight hours of just talking to people.
Socializing.
Cary usually sleeps 20 hours a day, so it was rough to flip
I'm nocturnal, and I'm also, at least I need a good 18 to 20 hours.
And it was, not only was it long, but it was entertaining. I think the best part from what Josh Harry Tornado was telling you, Kevin, was the podcast.
The podcast was the best part of the, there's no
It was the best part.
I think he was blowing smoke, because they cut us off pretty quick.
They did.
No, they had to do a list perfectly.
They had to make money.
They had to do that.
It's about the money.
In reality, they should give us the money. And
that's true.
Well, Dawn, Lady Arbitrage, told me that in the elevator as she was going up afterwards, she heard someone saying they wished the podcast had been longer.
Yeah.
They give an hour and 15 minutes
Josh.
to all these panels.
I want to know why we got 30 minutes for the Trash to Cash, but Daily Refinement got 45 minutes for his 10-minute intro. That dude went on. I mean, and it was good information. That's why I think they let him go on and on.
I don't know. Cary texted me and said it was terrible information.
Dave was falling asleep. He was on the panel with Chris, because when you're thinking about optimizing your eBay account, you think about Daily Refinement.
Okay, listen, hold up.
And Dave.
First of all, Chris was very nice. He was very nice.
I like him a lot.
I like him. He's a little tall for my taste, but whatever. He can't change that.
He's a lot taller than you would expect. A lot taller.
But the thing is, when he was talking optimization at a level that I would
It was
probably
like
never
astrophysics.
reach. And I think 80% of the audience will also never reach that level of eBay business. Not because they can't, because a lot of people don't want to have a bunch of employees.
It was like 105 listings per employee, and if anybody talks to you and they're not business, it's a waste of time.
Yeah, and what do you say, like 1,000 listings a week is his goal, right?
Yeah.
And
well, live in California, just to pay for the gas, you got to do 500
No, that's a good point. He has to be on it like that because he's paying a lot of employees. He's paying health insurance. He's doing everything.
Which is what I was like kind of zoning out.
That's a good idea. They should have a panel on how normal people resell.
Well, I was there.
See, Kevin gets around all these laws by just forcing his family to do this.
Child labor.
Yeah, child labor.
It works, apparently.
I think that and so that's really why I was zoning out. Well, also the ADD was hurting me.
Let me tell you, y'all.
It was funny.
He was, I'm just not joking. I said this on the live podcast. Dave, the entire day, I was like watching students in my classroom. He's coloring on his phone. He's looking up stuff.
He literally was coloring on his phone.
Yeah. What is
Playing
wrong
Wordle.
with you? Seriously.
How
did you go to school? This is a topic you're supposed to like.
I slept all through school. Literally all through school. I slept. And I have a moderate amount of intelligence so that I skated by without ever hearing a single lesson, without ever doing any homework. I still passed. Except for English. I had to retake English, 11th grade English.
You know the funniest part of this whole thing for me? Because, everybody's, pay a lot of money and come get the information. Although, really, the money is just for the networking and the private conversations.
Oh,
and
I learned
and
nothing.
Whatever.
Yeah,
but when Dave is asked a question, up there on the panel, Dave gets asked a question, and he just Googles it. He just Googles the
How did you start your
you don't need to come here.
optimization
Just
speech?
Google
I remember that. That was great.
Yeah, for the optimization speech, I'd started it by reading the definition, the Merriam-Webster's definition of optimization.
Every high school paper and college paper start. I was going to do it if you didn't do it, but I figured you'd do it.
Yeah, I thought it went well. I mean, that was hard for me. That was like when I was on the Nurse Flippers show and I was zoning out so hard that I was dying.
No,
was
you
a lot like
were
that.
just telling jokes to entertain yourself. I could tell.
Yeah, I was like trying
Which
so
is a
hard.
little ironic, Dave, because the whole thing about optimization and you made fun of yourself or whatever. I'm going to give a compliment. Why am I complimenting on here?
Yeah, don't do
I
it.
bet you, all these other people don't have other jobs. This is what they do.
Yeah.
I bet you do more than any of them do. And some guy actually complimented you during the podcast
To
from
be
the
fair,
stage.
though, you do more than anybody else,
No.
or most anybody else, but you do none of it very well.
I do
That's
it poorly,
true.
yeah.
It's a poor job on a lot of things.
I dropped that guy $50.
Yeah,
I said, hey,
before.
save
Did
me
you
when I'm
also
up there.
drop the sound guy $50 to drop my mic down in half so that you could steal the show? My wife's like, oh, Dave was hilarious on this one. Cary was good. You were terrible. I'm like,
fair. I
thank you,
think it's
babe.
fair.
This is my
I think it's
wife.
fair.
Your wife is brutally honest
Oh,
with you,
it's
and
terrible.
I wasn't going to tell you were terrible, but now that it's out there,
Yeah.
I'm gonna spit up my coffee.
The thing was, like, you couldn't hear us or something
could
because you
not
sat,
hear
like,
Dave.
across the room from us.
well, yeah, he intentionally separates himself, and then he's upset that he
I
can't hear
intended.
us.
Who set the cameras up in here? Dave's like, you're sitting over here. We're sitting over here. I'm not allowed to tell. Like I'm gonna eat their souls or something.
No,
It's just not enough space here.
It's because we know you're a bit of a prima donna, and you want the whole frame to
exactly.
yourself. Guys, we were trying to
Show off
convince
my
Kevin. Were you just rubbing your nipples? Is that what I did?
Checking for my belly button.
I know, he
That's
does this
fair.
during dinner. He
Yeah.
does this during dinner.
What
Just
are you talking
randomly,
about?
he
That
pulls
I
up his
paid
shirt and
for.
starts playing with his belly, guys. He has a six-pack, so congratulations
Yeah,
on that.
it is nice.
It is nice, and we're not complaining, but it is weird at a restaurant with strangers.
Well, I was telling Kevin about our whole lore of him not having a belly button, and I'm not really sure the
I think
facts.
maybe he was trying to show us, like, low-key that he had
Yeah.
a belly button.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, but it's not real. It's fake.
True,
It's
yeah,
like
it's
a
like a
flesh skin thing
flesh skin,
overlay. I don't know, it's a
silicone
weird-
piece or
So,
something.
Dave, what did you
shadow.
learn at this?
Nothing.
this
I actually did a
Nothing?
Flipper episode last night, and I said I learned nothing. But is it the convention's fault or my fault? Because I feel like it's my fault.
Yeah, well, you didn't pay attention the whole time.
I did learn the
so.
3 P's of
The three P's of YouTube and the 3 P's of eBay.
The P's. And
Josh
What were
would be
they?
a
What
good
were they?
pastor, a bad pastor, actually.
Pickin',
Get the
pickin',
3-point sermon.
profits and packing.
Picking, and then YouTube was
Pooping.
concentration,
Propaganda.
propaganda, and doing a good job.
Doing No, I can't remember that.
I remember
They
after,
weren't that
what was it,
memorable.
after
I learned
optimization or scaling, Don's like looking at me like, we're going to get our eBay going and everything. So Don
She was
might
motivated.
whip me
Dawn
into
was
shape.
motivated.
Dawn was
Dawn,
motivated.
yeah, she's
for sure.
motivated. We're gonna be doing a lot better on eBay, and I guess I can't spend as much time at the card shop, which is kind of
we could
gonna
definitely-
Don was putting the crack, or whipping the, what am I saying?
putting the
Cracking
crack. What? Go ahead.
Putting the
She was-
crack.
where was she putting the
Speaking of
crack?
OBX Picker had an Airbnb that was interesting.
Oh
But
yes, let's
anyway.
talk about that.
Well, I was just gonna say I should text Eric to go behind Kevin right now and just go like,
Oh, yeah.
flash
It's like,
everyone.
what is it, Good Morning America with
Yeah,
the people
that's
behind
right,
us?
yeah.
No, and just put his shirt over
signs
Kevin, and then
actually-
Kevin's stuck in there.
Mike should go make a sign that says, "Hey, New York." He lives in New York.
Yeah, right. But that would be really funny.
Yeah, no, I mean, so Dawn was basically telling Cary that he has to actually start working,
Yeah,
and he's pretty
she wasn't
upset about it.
motivating for herself.
I know.
She's like, you got to start doing
Yeah.
this.
Yeah, no, that
I'm
is.
just going to continue to do what I do, but
Listen, I
Cary, you
talked-
have
She does
to
a
make
lot,
some more
though.
money.
To be fair, I don't
I
as
talked
much.
to this guy,
She got
and
me
I don't know
talking.
if I buy any of it. And I told him to his face, it all sounds sus. Kevin told me to use
Yes,
sus. He
sus
said
is
it's
a
cool.
word that the kids use.
It's in one of my reels.
But Kevin, I was talking to this guy, Tropical Flipper. Hey, Tropical
Yes.
Flipper, if you're
Hey,
watching.
what's up, dude?
Shout out.
I still don't really believe you. No offense, I just still think it's
Wonderful
insane.
guy, but it's insane what you
He
said.
said he's selling
Yeah, I don't believe
600
it.
orders a day,
Fulfilling himself.
fulfilling himself
All records, I think.
600 orders.
Is it all records, right?
It's pretty much all records. But he said he's got them all pre-packed. Even pre-packed, applying 600 labels would take like a couple hours.
No, okay, what's
said
even
he
more
spent-
unbelievable is that he has 11,000 listed, or was it more than that?
No, it was, I think he
I
said
think
he
it
has
was more than that.
1.5 million
Oh, that's
records.
what it
He
was.
literally
Like that.
said he spent 10 hours listing and 10 hours shipping, I think, which leaves you, I think, 8 hours to sleep, and then you can't even eat.
Yes.
10, no, 10 plus
falls
10
asleep.
is 20.
28 hours in a
There's
day.
only
yes.
24 hours in a day.
Jeez, man.
The math didn't work out, is what I'm trying to say.
I don't know. I mean, dude, if you, I just shrunk down. My bad.
Oh yeah, we also met like the king of video games on Amazon. The guy that looked like he was in like a
Sosa
what was his
Games
name? The guy
on
that looked like he
Amazon?
was in like a '70s porno with that hair and that beard.
He reminded me of like yeah.
I've never seen one of those,
He had like
Gary.
definitely the 70s, the 80s,
Yeah.
like Bob Ross do, and he was like just like He was like the dude. He was like too chill. He was
too chill. He's like,
stop.
yeah,
I'm like, so you're like the biggest reseller on Amazon for video games? I guess.
I don't know. I got 55 employees.
Why'd I have to listen to Joey Bada Bing?
Yeah, I know, right? And he's like, yeah, I got like 55 employees, no big deal. I'm like, 55 employees?
That is a big deal.
So that's the biggest thing I had trouble relating to at this show was the scaling idea.
It was all the actual resellers that were reselling correctly.
Yeah. Well, I don't know, but my whole thing is I don't think I ever want to scale.
No, I don't. I don't want to. I just scaled. You see my new video that you'll probably plagiarize here probably in the next week.
Yeah, that's the plan.
We're expanding, but it's like a second shed.
Yeah.
We're going to have another child, I think, to increase the labor force.
You heard it here first.
For the ROI.
You heard it first.
First. You can't even start working them until they're 4, so you got like 4 years of
and then it takes away the labor
time.
that my wife can do. Yeah. Well, not that labor. It gives her,
well, she'll give some labor, but she won't do much labor. Anyways.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I ever want to scale that much. Cary, do you want to scale to the point where you have 55 employees?
No, I think, I'll be serious for half a second. Ashley on our panel was talking about, like, if she ever reached the next level, I guess, monetarily or in life, it would be through her content, and that's 100% how I feel. Yeah. I do want to make more. I think I got some room to make a bit more on eBay, but I'm not going to be rich on eBay. That's not my goal. I don't want to, I'm not in, I mean, I guess I would be interested in $1 million selling, but I think I'd rather, make my money. I like the content stuff just as much, if not more. Probably a little bit more, honestly.
Yeah, it's too bad you're so bad at it.
I know, I'm not good at it, but I like it more.
I think, so I would love to be at a point, like, I don't set goals because I fail, but and I hate failure, so I just succeed by not setting goals. But if I was to have a goal, it would be to have a $30,000 90-day total on eBay.
30,000 90-day total.
Yeah, so $10,000 a month.
I think that's about where I would be super happy about.
I don't normally talk about the numbers because I'm not trying to appeal to that crowd, but I want this new shed to optimize us. I would like to be consistently there, which I'm close. Yeah. So just a 10%, 15% bump.
Yeah, I think mine right now is 9,000. Okay. So I've got a ways to go. But I've been there. Last year I was at 24 for a while. So it's just, I haven't been putting in the effort. I've been working, I've been traveling, I've been wasting my time with Kevin.
Oh, you've been
Cary.
putting in the effort.
I haven't.
It's tough.
Well, I haven't been putting in the listing effort. That's the big thing. I have not been listing.
But we've been having the time of our life.
But you've been cooking a lot and making videos about food.
Yeah,
you got a lot of shout-outs that you gave yourself right in the middle. He would stand up in the middle of the thing and just shout out his channel.
It's the reseller's favorite cooking show, I think.
I'd be like, hey, listen, daily refinement, that's a really good point, but World's Best Recipes has a flautas recipe live right now.
And he just walk up to the mic, just walk up like he's going to ask a question and just say the name of the channel.
Hey, Josh and Caleb, have you heard of World's Best Recipes?
Yeah, can we just take a second from you telling, Chris telling us the secret, like the real secret of eBay and YouTube success? I have some biscuits and gravy.
Yeah, but at the same time, I don't know about his secrets because they got him canned.
It is true. How serious can you take any of his eBay advice? Really?
Well,
let's talk about that. How serious?
I called him out on that a little bit because he's like, I require my employees to do 100 listings a day or whatever, and 300 photos a day, and I'm like, yeah, but on eBay or whatnot? Yeah. He's like, well, yeah, I guess technically on whatnot, it's really 3 times that many, and it takes way less time, and so I definitely it's difficult because you're so used to talking eBay, and all of a sudden you can't really talk eBay.
It's tough.
It's odd.
So how come you chose him to pick on? Why didn't you pick on like Hustle at Home Mom or somebody?
She wasn't on my panel.
Okay.
Yeah, no.
I think you're afraid to pick on the people that are nice.
Well, my problem with the panel, and this, I was talking to Reezy Resells, okay?
Which he was surprisingly, I thought
he was super friendly, super nice
probably
guy.
the best dad in the building, I think.
Yeah, that's a little hurtful, but
it was pretty cool.
He was a super nice guy, and he was talking to me about his podcast because he used to have a podcast, and basically he said with his podcast he'd always get comments saying, "Yo, why do you keep interrupting your guest?"
Oh, really?
Yes.
Yeah, because that's how a podcast works.
That's how a podcast works. And he hadn't even listened to our podcast. And he was telling me about his podcast, and then he heard our podcast, and he was like, oh, yeah. It's
but here's the thing about that, though, that I wanted to discuss. I just wanted to interrupt you. Go ahead.
Well, he was interrupting Gary Vee and stuff. He interviewed Gary Vee. Like, I mean, he knows how to do a podcast.
Reezy went full Gary Vee in the session and dropped the F-bomb. He was being himself.
Oh, yeah, he did drop a few.
It didn't bother me, but yeah, some people.
He also did say he wanted to come on the Trash to Cash podcast.
Are you serious?
Yep. Yep. So he's open to it, and so we'll have to set that up with him.
Oh, wow.
I was going to try to get daily refinement, but apparently he goes to bed at 7.
We can't do that because I want to be the tall. I want to be
Daily
the tallest
refinement?
person.
He also said he went to bed early
What?
because he starts at 4.
7. And Renzi?
Renzi goes to bed at 7. Yeah. A lot of people go to bed early.
Do you think, like, if he has diarrhea in the middle of the day, that he can go to the bathroom, or does he have to wait till after he's working?
Daily refinement?
Yes.
Well, he was saying he had a tummy ache. A big part of his speech was about his tummy ache. So I actually asked him about it. He didn't hear me, and so we just kind of moved on from that. So
I did have quite a few people ask me why I do this. I had one lady, she straight up asked me, she's like, why are you on that podcast with those two?
Yeah,
And I wanted to bring her and introduce her to you two, but she got lost.
So answer the question, Kevin. Why? Why are you here?
I don't know. I'm trying to figure it out. I've been figuring it out for...
Listen.
How many episodes have we done? I know I'm on episode 14 because I'm counting down American Bubble Boys sponsorship.
20 plus episodes.
Come
Look
in
at
the
this.
camera.
This
Look
is
at
funny. This is funny. Here's
So
Eric.
this was like what I was saying. Eric should go make funny faces behind Kevin.
So go here. Flash.
So there's Eric, the OBX picker. So he was out doing this crazy thing called picking today,
yeah.
while we were sitting here recording a podcast. Look, he's going to hold up his finds. These are actually a bolo, guys.
Show us what you got.
Avatar
Pull it out.
dragon.
Pull it
things.
out.
Pull it out,
See
Kevin
what you
says.
got.
Pull it out. Eric, pull it out.
Look at that. That's really cool.
So those things are a bolo. They sit on your shoulder, and you push a little button.
He
and
kind of
they're
looks
flat.
like he would have dragons.
He does. He's
for
like,
real.
yeah, that makes perfect sense.
He's
a
the guy
Viking with dragon on his shoulder, but he said he paid $10 a piece. He got 2 of them. They sell for $100 a piece.
So that's how you pick.
That's how you pick
That's
instead
how
of
you
sitting
do it.
here eating breakfast. Yeah, and so, I mean, so I tried to go to Brugger's Bagels. I told Mike this story already, but I tried to go to Brugger's Bagels this morning. I go all the way out there. I start driving in, and I realize I'm in the airport.
Oh,
Like,
wow.
I literally drove into the airport.
Really? It's inside
And
the
apparently
airport.
the Brugger's is like past check-in, and obviously I'm not getting a bagel. Or is it Einstein,
Go
not
get
Brugger's?
scanned and metal
But then there was all
detected.
this traffic because everyone's dropping off family members and
Going
kissing
to
and
Burger's
hugging
Bagels.
goodbye, and yeah, it was actually
And you're
Einstein.
just like, I'm just here for bagels.
I was so stressed out because I'm like trying to change. Because at that moment I realized I was out of gas in my car. It was like 0 miles to empty, which Carrie knows happens to
Yep.
me like every 2 days, something
I
like
do that
that.
a lot, too.
My car is broken.
I put gas in $5 at a time.
It'll say it's got a quarter tank, and then all of a sudden 0 miles to empty, lit up yellow.
I drove a truck that had no gauge forever, and I literally I'd click my trip meter, and then when it get down to 300 or whatever.
That's what I
I'd
need
get
to
it.
do is
Yeah.
watch the actual miles.
you
But
would
anyways,
just check the wind, and then you'd kind of
Yeah.
know how far you
I'd
could
make
make
Reagan
it.
fill up the tank.
So I went, got gas. I started to go to a different Einstein Bagels, but turned out it was in downtown Charlotte, and there was a bunch of traffic, and so I
Man,
ended up turning
Dave
around.
will travel. He will do all
We'll
kinds
travel
of
for
things
bagel.
for food.
We'll travel for bagel.
Why don't you go to Jack in the Box?
I didn't.
All right, finish your story.
You don't want to
No,
breakfast
I mean,
yet?
no, let's talk about the Jack in the Box. Because I don't
This is
think
awful.
it's nearly as good as you think
I
it is.
like Jack in the Box. I never claimed it was great.
You told me it was the
No.
best food ever. You
No,
bought
that's
some
not
four
what I said
sandwiches
at
and
all.
put them on your nipples.
Not,
Your four
Yeah.
nipples.
Well, there's 3 more than
It
that.
reminds me of my childhood. I used to eat Del Taco and Jack in the Box like every day.
That's how you got the physique.
Yeah.
yeah,
That's how you got
that's
it.
how I got it. Very good.
That might have stunted his growth, actually.
Yeah, that's actually a good point.
There was short people on top. There's like no normal people here.
Yeah, it's either like really short people or extremely
Lots
tall.
and somebody called out Reezy for being short right there on the stage. You're a lot shorter than, but he was
Hustlin'
shorter
Hooks
than
and
us.
Reezy together was like Muggsy Bogues and Manute Bol.
did you
That's a
see-
basketball
Did
reference,
you see
guys.
the jersey he had on yesterday?
Yeah, he had the
Muggsy
Bogues
Bogues
jersey on,
I felt
yeah.
tall around some of these people.
He was also rocking Charlotte gear and stuff.
Yeah, I asked him on the podcast if he liked the Hornets. He wasn't.
There goes
around.
Joel.
He wasn't watching.
American Bubble Boy. See, there's
American
our
Bubble.
first mention.
He was here, guys. The actual American Bubble
maybe
The
we
Boy.
boy,
get him
the
in here.
bubble
The boy, the
himself.
Bubble Boy himself.
What's crazy is he
Right
doesn't
here.
wear clothes. He just wraps
it.
himself in bubble
Yeah,
wrap. It's
just in
see-through.
bubble
I
wrap.
keep telling him.
Oh, yeah, let's see if we, let's
he's
get
coming
an
in
in-person shout out.
American
for
Bubble Boy.
All right, come here, Joe.
is
The
gonna
finest
sit-
bubble
Come here.
wrap in all the land.
We'll do the
Canadian
we'll do the-
bubble wrap.
All right, we got the
Suck it.
man
Sure you,
himself.
put your mic
Yeah.
so you can hear.
Oh, here we go. Let me take this off.
Just snuggle him.
All
Yeah,
right,
there
we're
we go.
gonna do. You've got. Let's see. Oh, I gotta do it this way.
All right, so
Okay.
inquiring minds want to know, how much are you paying us every time we say Bubble Boy this weekend? Because I've said it a lot, and
I
I'm
have
thinking
too.
$20 a mention.
So, how many inquiring minds are wondering?
3.
3, just 3.
Exactly 3.
Wait, no, 3. I know how much.
Well-
they don't know. Don't tell them anything.
One of the things that I was actually wondering is, and I was actually thinking about this, is if I'm actually on this show.
You're on it right now.
Yeah, which
You're on it.
This is the first time.
This is your moment.
I wonder if every single person that posts a comment on there, we would actually go through and give everybody
Oh my goodness, we're
a
getting some free stuff.
500 bubble bucks
Oh.
right on the site
Oh
for
my-
everybody.
Oh my
500
goodness.
bubble
500
bucks.
bubble bucks.
Not boxes of bubbles.
Nope.
And what's a bubble buck compared to a Stanley nickel or a shoe buck?
So 500 bubble bucks is a $5 gift card on the website.
Very cool.
So
Very cool.
any
Just
just,
by
any
commenting.
comment, just by commenting.
Okay.
Let's see if
Comment
we can
below,
get
guys.
And now, what do
They
you
have to go
say
through
to
this
the
link?
Yeah, is there a link?
Yep, I would suggest that
In
they
the
go ahead and go
description.
right in
Very
the
good.
description.
And when they're done with that, they can go click on my eBay store and buy something. So that's good.
Yep.
What would you say to all the people out there that say Bubble Boys bubbles are terrible?
I would say if that is
How
the
to lose a
situation-
sponsor.
Nope, that's okay. Because mistakes do happen. I would have them all just reach out so that way we could actually make it right.
And what if we
Sometimes
told
things
you
do happen.
that all those
Reach out
people
to
are
Dave.
Tim over the years? And he's the only one that thinks this. I think we just got to take him off the board.
I'll tell you what. My wife met you and talked to you, and she was so happy when I made this because she does a little shipping.
Yep.
And she just hated. She would rip those things off and she'd get scissors to cut them, the perforations. And when we got that, she started to love the bubble wrap. So
I definitely didn't realize how nice the delivery was.
yeah,
I mean, that is really kind
Joel
of nice.
just drives it to my
Well,
house.
I'm not just saying the delivery, but the auto delivery. The fact that I'm not
yeah.
even going to the website
That was
anymore,
my-
and it just
did
you told
use
me
my
to do
link
it.
to do it?
I use my own link 'cause I don't think I got credit for it. Joel's worked in some protection for that, but I don't even have to think. I just have bubble wrap all the time. Actually, way too much bubble wrap because all I do is ship in bubble mailers.
That's true. He
So
doesn't use
Tina's
bubble
like,
wrap.
Dave, stop ordering bubble wrap. Our shed is full of it. I said, but I don't want to turn it off.
I love when we did in my video, Picking Across America, guys, we did where you were picking.
American Arbitrage.
American Arbitrage. We were shipping something. I forgot what it was. It was, what was it?
It was an alarm clock.
Yeah, the alarm clock.
Very
And you put so
fragile.
much bubble wrap
loaded
on it. And we had 10 people talk about American Bubble Boy bubble
did,
wrap.
yeah.
Because they're like, that's American Bubble Boy bubble
It
wrap.
was. It was.
And it was.
Say that 10
It
times.
was.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
it was
hard,
like-
actually.
I do like bubble wrap, but I don't think there's much else we can say about it on the show.
Well, wait, he's here, so we'll give you before Dave kicks you out of here because he's kind of rough
Yeah,
like that.
he
You
catches
could,
the hints.
What else would you like to say?
On my side of it, from Joel as the founder, I just wanted to say a big thank you to everybody that's kind of reached out and said how much they appreciate us. Sometimes mistakes do happen, and to me, I do actually go through and try to follow up on social media with everybody, and it's a huge piece for me to see some of our clients actually defending us in case somebody did have a negative experience and post something negative about us, and that person did not reach out to us first. And it's just a huge, it's to me, I take it very personally because I'm very passionate about what we do as a team, and I just wanted to say a big thank you. I
Awesome.
love the whole reseller
And
community.
y'all go.
This is where you guys clap who are watching.
do the
No, that's-
subscription.
No,
Thank you.
listen. This is the thing. How many of the other people you buy bubble mailers or bubble wrap from are gonna come to FlipCon,
That's right.
meet up with all the resellers, chat with anyone, give you guys 500 bubble bucks, whatever that is,
I don't know how.
and
you
come
don't
on the
get to-
podcast.
I got a lot of them. You don't have.
I probably have a lot of them because I've
Well,
just
you
got it
have
on.
the subscription thing.
You don't get
now,
it with
and
subscription?
you get a discount with a subscription.
Okay, yeah, I do
So
that.
y'all try the subscription. I love it.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
love the subscription. I don't have to think about getting bubble wrap.
Yes, thank you,
Plus, I
Joel.
get to see
We
Joel
appreciate
every
it.
3 months. He just
Yep.
shows up with it.
Yeah.
No, Joel is the MVP. I don't see any other bubble wrap companies here. I looked. I've been looking all week. I don't find.
I guess I'll stop buying my bubble wrap at Walmart.
No, he won't. He won't.
No,
This guy
I
is the one
told
we
Joel
gotta
I'm
convert.
going to order some. I'm
very
being
good.
serious. I really will. 'Cause
No,
I
and
want-
Check
it's-
the link below, y'all.
Yeah, click the link below.
yes.
Thank
And
you.
it's not because we
very
don't
much.
like American
No,
Bubble Boy.
it's just
more just
laziness.
like, hey, there's daily refinement right
it's
there.
literally more laziness. Oh my gosh, it's Chris.
Oh my gosh, we've been making fun of you for like
That's
30
my-
minutes.
Did he hear that? He turned around. I think he heard it.
He was a pretty good sport.
He is a great dude, actually. He's
Or at
really
least
nice.
in public, he was a good
Don't
sport.
worry,
He's
guys.
probably
He's
He's a nice
cursing your
guy. I
name.
like him.
Kevin will clean up that relationship I just destroyed. Anyways, let's go on with the show.
That's what I did all
He's
weekend
the
long.
fixer. He's the fixer.
He's the fixer. I told Joel if he comes on, he's going to get some heat, And really, it is
You just
only...
straight up went to it. No hi, how are you? It was
You're
good
terrible.
talking to you. Thank
Welcome
you.
to the show.
Thank you for
Seriously,
all the
there were
drink
some
tickets you
folks
gave me.
around here like that, and he talked to everyone. I mean, that's pretty good.
Yeah,
No, that's cool.
He's trying to not pay.
He's a really
he'd
nice
rather
guy.
pay Dave and Cary than pay Amazon. Is the
That's
deal?
true, yeah.
Because
Which
Amazon's
is good.
the
We
devil,
support that.
you know.
Yeah,
I'd
I
rather-
don't like Amazon either.
I'd rather
that
be
was
paid
actually
too.
pretty funny because a lot of the panelists at the show were like, yeah, we sell $100,000 on Amazon and stuff like that, and then we get up for the podcast, and I'm like, yeah, this is the only podcast where 2 of the members are already banned from selling on Amazon.
Now, to be fair, I don't even think I'm banned from selling on Amazon. I just don't know.
Get banned
I don't know my original. I don't know my original account on Amazon.
He doesn't know his password.
I forgot it. So, and I have my other one.
It should be the same as all your other passwords, ABC123. I mean, I don't think it's that hard.
967.
Oh, you added a 967. Oh, that's
I got a comment. Doreen, seeing Dave and Cary linked. This is the last episode where you link by headphones.
Doreen,
Seeing
Doreen.
Dave and Cary linked.
That was in my
Jolene is the song.
Same thing.
Close enough.
Seeing Dave and Cary linked by headphone wires makes me think of the Muppets' 2-headed purple monster, horn and hard arc. It makes me think of that too.
One-eyed, one-horned, flying purple people eater.
That's something totally
Okay.
different. but-
Well, Eric also said he found a bunch of action figures from Eureka's Castle. Do you remember that
really?
show?
No, I don't.
I don't know if they're bolos.
Well, I would say
Wasn't
that
that
the
on
purple
MTV?
people eater is a
Nickelodeon.
bolo because there's a mechanical that
MTV.
sings the song and does a little dance. I've
Yeah.
sold that before.
Okay.
Very good.
I
What
love
haven't
how
you
like
sold?
everyone who's driving by is just looking at Kevin like he's a total prima donna. They're like, what is this guy recording himself?
Exactly. Why is this old man in front of a camera? He obviously doesn't understand how it works.
Yeah, he's like,
Y'all want to
"Oh."
go somewhere?
Yeah.
We
So
go
what are
somewhere,
the
anywhere.
plans? Are you gonna go pick?
I'm
them tomorrow?
having lunch with Joel to actually fix what you just broke. And that'll be at noon.
Gosh, man, the
so-
smoothing and the sucking up never ends with Kevin, guys.
Yeah. Are you gonna go to that restaurant Harry recommended?
No,
didn't find out
I
the
didn't
name?
know Harry. I didn't know they were, all the
Apparently,
whole
Harry
bunch of
Tornado went to
swingers.
Hooters.
Yeah, he went to.
But it wasn't Hooters. It was some like more extreme version of it.
Yeah, it was
he
more
called it an
extreme.
erotic restaurant.
He
I
did
think
call it
is what
which
they
I don't
called
think
it.
anyone would
That's
call
a little-
Hooters an erotic.
And that's
Yeah.
awesome. That was one of the highlights because I did not expect Harold Tornado to
And they
say
were
the word
pretty-
erotic at
Yeah.
any point during FlipCon.
There was a lot
and
of
he said it
alcohol
with
here.
gusto.
Yeah, there was a lot of alcohol. Most of it consumed by Kevin, but there was a lot of alcohol.
Kevin,
True.
gosh, just pounding them
Hey,
one at a
I had
time.
to have an
Starbucks
adult
cup
beverage
right
just
now.
to get on to the podcast.
Yeah.
We had to,
that was
had to
like
smuggle
11.
in alcohol for Kevin.
Hold
before-
on.
Art,
Okay.
Art's the one she had to smuggle. Art of
Oh, yeah.
Resale, y'all check out
Yeah.
his channel. But let me
Yeah.
tell you,
He's awesome.
He had hard liquor in his backpack the whole time. It had like a straw, and he just sip on it.
I had 2 Shirley Temples, so
I had a couple Shirley Temples, and the last drink I got, I asked for a Shirley Temple, but it had orange juice in it, and I was half wondering if it
vodka.
had alcohol.
you got like
My
a
wife's fine.
I
tequila
might have got-
sunrise or something.
I convinced myself I might have.
You're going to
got
Mormon
drunk.
hell now. It's definitely.
Well, okay, so
The
let's
room
talk
was
about
spinning.
FlipCon for a minute. Okay,
Yes.
so I personally think most
Was it
of
a con?
Was it a con? Was FlipCon a con? I think it was fine. I think you got like $100
I
worth of
think
food.
it was fine.
I think you got $100 worth of food. Easy to say
Oh,
that.
yeah, the food
Oh
was
yeah, the
good.
food. And it was good food. It was
catered
good food.
You at least
Yeah.
got $100. Then you paid another $200 to meet the likes of the NC Picker, the
Yeah.
American Arbitrage,
Yeah.
the Commonwealth Picker, the Rachel Strickland,
other people.
I go on and on. There was a
Ginger
lot
Marvin
of
Rob
was here.
was
I
there,
didn't know
like
she'd
Rob.
be here. That was cool.
lot of YouTubers, but not that. That's kind of the lame part. But you also met a bunch of actual resellers that could give you actual advice, that could talk to you about.
Well,
your
Ginger
death
Marvin's
pile.
an actual reseller.
That's true, she is.
She's
I
got
was,
bank
I was inspired several times
Yeah.
throughout the whole thing. Dave couldn't
Exactly.
sit still the whole time.
No,
you were
here's-
struggling so bad.
He
Got
made me
some
nervous.
dragon breath, buddy. Here you go. It's early in the morning. Carrie just woke up, so I can't blame him. But yeah, he didn't eat breakfast. I think that's a mint. Yeah, and it's gonna be actually kind of fun to watch you try to talk through it because it's enormous. Tell us something else, mint mouth.
What's up, guys?
Best segment of the day. No, I mean we've got it. We've got some people that came and probably paid. Just really quick shout out. Do you think it was worth your $300?
Oh, absolutely.
Absolutely from you. And what about you? Pretend you paid if you didn't. Yes,
Enjoyed it.
definitely worth it. Okay, so there you go. We got 2 people here that paid the money and they said it was worth it. So
Yes. And Josh is going to do a breakdown of how much money he actually made doing this whole thing.
is he really?
Yeah,
It
he
won't
said
be
he's doing a
true.
video
Come
on that.
on.
Oh, so at the end of the day, and I wasn't actually aware he was going to do this, he paid for my hotel room.
Yep,
Yeah.
he did, and a
Which
little
was
extra
really nice,
too.
and he gave me a little
Which
extra.
is why they had to pay so much. So
It wasn't
thanks
extra for me because I'm staying for so many days, but it covered almost
the little
my
extra
full
was a
hotel.
kiss on each cheek.
Yeah.
Which
No,
I don't
that
know
was
if that's
cool,
like an
though.
omen from The Godfather, meaning we're going to be killed or
We
something.
were all under the impression that our reward was just a free ticket. We didn't realize our hotels were getting paid for or anything.
well,
like
mine
that.
didn't. So thanks for telling me that. I feel terrible.
You told me he did pay for your hotel room.
Always starting
Anyways,
something.
but no, I only say that to say I don't think he was being greedy or anything. I think think
I
it
don't
was
either.
pretty above board. So it'll be. I know some people were saying, "Oh, it's a scam" and stuff
Seriously,
like that.
he could talk about tomato farming in the middle of one of his videos and make more than he probably made at FlipCon without any of the worker hassle and none of the backlash. Well, there'd be a lot of backlash because that's
probably
random.
true. Now, it could have been cheaper. He could have done it cheaper, absolutely. If he didn't, because a lot of us would have come without the hotel rooms being paid for, would have come without the catered food.
He could have just done
And
it in a
he
weird
could have
room
done
in
it
Las
probably-
Vegas and
Yeah,
giving people food.
I mean, I don't know the
for free.
cost of this hotel, this venue, but he probably could have done the thing for $150. It just wouldn't maybe have been as good because you
would
have
have
to
been
go
a
up.
Did you hear how much it
Airbnb.
cost for a projector screen thing? $1,000 for the projector
Just to-
screen.
they
Did
didn't
he
even
buy
use
that?
it. They didn't even use the projector.
Well, they
screen.
used it. They put optimization
Did
on
they
it.
buy that themselves, or was that provided?
It's a
by-
rental, I'm
It's
sure.
a rental, probably
Yeah.
rental from this.
Yeah,
from
this place will rent out all the. Yeah, I'm
It's
sure.
have nice conference areas though. I mean, it's big.
I don't know. Kevin was saying this place was kind of a dump. I don't know what that's all about, Kevin.
The Sheridan does look like an old
You know-
abandoned psychiatric
I did-
hospital on the outside.
It's like, yeah,
I
On
will
the
say
inside,
that
it's nice.
the
But outside,
reseller
it's got that
rally,
hospital-y
the
vibe.
reseller rally, which Richard was at too. That hotel was super nice, but it was expensive too. I mean, the hotel rooms. If you wanted to get a hotel room there, it was probably double what it was here.
Yeah.
Is that the
So,
one
you
where
know,
you
you
guys
pay
went
for
on
what
like
you
the
get, right?
haunted boat ride? And
Haunted. No, yeah, I went on a boat ride, and that's what he's talking about exhausting, right? So that one you would go do your own thing. You did your own thing in the morning, and then you had the boat ride at the night. So it was much. It wasn't as
less work.
extensive.
Yeah,
It wasn't
less
like an
work.
all
Yeah.
day,
Well,
thing.
with Trash to Cash, we do a pretty less extensive version
Yes,
too, right? Like we just
yes.
say, "Hey, meet us for dinner."
Yeah.
And we
yeah.
hang out with people.
By the way,
like,
GarageSaleNation.net. Go check it out. Uncle Mark's Garage Sale. I doubt there's any
was
tickets
.com
left.
taken or
constantly
something?
shilling. Like
.com was taken. Somebody took it. Yeah.
By the way, if you want to buy that, $5,000. I locked that in the minute you told me about your idea. I went down again. The seat keeps shrinking on me. No, I mean, I think I wouldn't want to run an event like this. Is what I decided. Like the
Oh, no way.
panels and all that stuff.
Oh, hey, just do an Uncle Mark's Garage Sale.
Yeah.
I've done hours and hours and hours and it's a simple thing, and I've put so much time into
How much
it.
time are we going to shill that?
What is
Yeah,
I'm
how
not
many
shilling it. I'm
minutes does
paying
this
for it.
need?
I'm paying for people to come and eat. I'm paying for Dave to eat tacos,
true.
and
If
Dave
I
eats a
show
lot of
up,
tacos.
if I show up, I have not agreed to this yet.
He may be like Froggy and
He's
just not
coming.
show up.
He's coming.
Dude, you
Yeah.
know, I'm gonna have to bring my family then because
Yeah.
they sort
Well,
of
you
miss
got to
me.
get tacos with them. You don't have to show up, Dave. It's sorry. You get
You
busy.
should. You
but-
should. I would if I was out here.
But yeah,
Alright.
I think, Trash to Cash, I wouldn't do a panel thing mostly because I don't enjoy panels. That's my biggest thing is I don't like to learn. Yeah, not into it.
Just
Not into it.
basically have a tub full of beer and say, hey, let's go hang
I
out.
feel like they could have
That's
given you at
good.
least like a half an hour on how to do like a cooking video on YouTube.
Well,
You
there
would've-
was a
you would've
lot
been
of
into
things.
that.
No, hold on. There was a lot of things that would have been interesting, like a deep dive into promoted listings.
Yeah.
Like,
That's true. See, I actually
I would've been
wouldn't mind the
interested in that.
panels. I just think the panels should be half as long and stretched out
long.
over 2 days, and then have a lot more time to
Free time,
make
yeah.
connections.
They
I
would
mean,
have done like
there's
an hour on selling on eBay's adult section with a show and tell.
Yeah.
I think that would have been
That's terrible.
that would
I
have been
think,
good.
honestly, I think the panels were entertaining for an ADD guy as possible. Right? They couldn't have been more entertaining for me, except if they were shorter and.
my favorite panel was the one Cary was on. Cary
missed a lot of that
crushed
one.
it. Yeah,
Yeah.
you were back in the
But
supporting
when I
your
came
fellow
in,
podcasters.
Hold on. When I came in though, he was doing an answer, and I've got it on record.
And you knew what the
On
answer
record.
was.
And he's on record, and he basically was asked like, "Oh yeah, resellers ruining reselling, thrift stores prices are too high," and I'm sitting there like, "Okay, this is what he's gonna say in the exact order," and I knew exactly everything Cary was gonna say, and he hit every single point.
And that's
Although-
the thing is, like, I don't have like maybe I have like some routine answer. I just wing it every time, but I guess I just
But
have things.
your
I-
opinion does not change, right? And so it is routine because your opinion is not changing daily, except for on whatnot.
Although I
Yeah,
did
but
hear
that
a
does
lady.
change every game.
I did hear a lady sitting at the table next to us when you gave that answer say, I just wish that was true. In other words, she doesn't believe it. In other words, you terrible resellers are ruining their thrifting experience.
Well, and there was a
YouTubers.
lot of people asking questions and answering like with what I thought were wrong answers.
Yeah.
You want to give me an example of
let's do
who
it.
Okay,
and what
yeah.
answer?
Well, no, it was someone in the crowd popped up and he said, "Oh, let me
just the crowd,
interject."
no.
He's like, "Yeah," because this guy said he doesn't know what about an item he bought, right? He can't find it. He doesn't know what it's worth. How should he sell it? And this dude says, "Oh, just put up all those items at 99 cents on
yeah.
auction and they'll sell." And I'm like,
Yeah.
"Yeah, for 99 cents."
That's right.
Like, don't ever do
Do it
that.
the opposite
Like,
way,
do it
right?
the
If you don't
opposite
know,
way.
put it up really
it up
high
on
and
auction
drop
for
it if you
$69.99
need to.
Then
or whatever.
Wait for offers.
I wouldn't
and
even do
that'll
an
give you
auction.
idea
I'd
where
just
it
put it
might
up
be.
high.
Yeah, that
do
was
best offer. See
terrible,
if you
terrible
can get.
advice.
Yeah,
But
put it up
the
super
bad
high.
advice was coming from the crowd, though. I'll say that because additionally, when someone asks, "Oh, I always take 12 pictures and I feel like I'm wasting time," and I'm about to answer, someone in the crowd stands up. He's like, "Always take all the pictures you can.
Yeah.
If you get 12, take
Right.
12. You get 14, take 14." I was like, "No," and so luckily I had
but
the
listen,
mic at
I've
that
heard
point.
a lot of people, and I heard your advice, and I think your advice is right.
Yeah.
But I mean, I have heard people, use every single picture they give you. I've heard that advice from YouTubers tons of times, and algorithm and whatever.
Yeah.
Time is important.
Yeah.
Time is important.
Here's the thing: if you have a good item priced well, you could literally take your photo on a dirty towel, and it wouldn't make
Cary
a difference.
does it often.
Yeah, all the time.
Well, and so I brought up the example of DVDs. I said with a DVD, I take 2 pictures, front, back. Especially a brand new sealed one, front, back, and I list it, right? I'm not going to waste my time taking 12 pictures. It is what it is.
You should do that, though. That'd be funny.
But then Walter Knobloch comes after me at the end. He's like, "Dude, you're ridiculous. You
Walter?
take
Is it Walter? Is that his name?
Walter Blake
It's Blake.
Knobloch.
He goes
Gotcha,
by
gotcha.
Blake.
His first name is Walter, so I will be calling him Walter, and he can just call me if he has a problem
Call him
with it."
Chuck.
And anyways, so he said, "You're ridiculous. You take 2 pictures of DVDs. I've never taken more than 1."
Yeah, what do you-
He's like, "If they want it, they want it."
I
A
actually
lot of
would
people
take.
won't click on them. They won't even look at the picture.
Yeah.
They just look at the cheapest price.
I
and
personally
go.
would take 2 because the back people can read the synopsis. There's a few people out there who
Yeah,
want
yeah.
to know, like, oh, what's in Megamind,
Well, and if it's pre-owned, I usually take 3. I open it up just to prove there's a disc.
Well,
in
it takes about a minute and a half to load one picture at my house, so I
Yeah.
try to take as few.
So you're
as
not
I
doing
can.
12 per
No,
listing.
not
So
doing 12
anyway,
per.
some of the
I do
shorts-
if they're necessary. It depends.
Yeah.
If it's
You
an
should-
item where I got to show everything, I'll take as many as I can.
and you should take probably 4 because you should put a penny by it so that they could see how big the DVD is, so they know that it'll fit.
That's true. Well, and I mean, I said this in my panel as well. I said if you need 12 photos to show every aspect of the item, then take 12 photos.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Take the amount of photos you need to take.
Panel,
So-
blood work panel, what?
Panel, yeah, we did a blood work panel. You didn't know that? Everyone got their blood tested when they got here. Did you not
Yeah.
get your blood test?
No.
I mean, do I tell
You have
the
to tell people
You
what
gotta tell your
disease you
mom's
have
story.
before you come to these
do I
things.
tell people my mom's story? I mean,
I was setting you up for it.
well, I've got it on the recording, right? Which isn't a very good recording, so no one's gonna listen to that. I'll tell you guys the story here, and I know some of you have already heard it. But me and Carrie and Dawn and Tina went out garage sailing with my mom, with
Yeah.
Mama Picker.
Mama Picker. You wanna know
And she
that.
was in the way back of the van, and she's like, "Yeah, I got blood work done the other day, and I finally got the results. I'm gonna check it, because she was in the way back, she couldn't really hear it, so she's just quietly in the back while we're chatting, and then we hear her from the back say, "Guys, what's SYPHILS?" Whatever, right? And we're like, "Syphilis?" And she's like, "Yeah, I don't have that."
Like, okay.
We're like,
So
"Good."
great.
We're like, "Good. Yeah, that's
Not yet.
good. We're glad you don't have syphilis, Mom." She's like, "What is it?" We're like, "Nothing."
She really did say, what is it?
She's like, "What is it? What is syphilis? What is that?" And Carrie's like, "Well, when a man loves a woman."
Yep, I did.
No, we did not explain syphilis. We just said,
Who is most likely at this thing to have syphilis?
This is, see, Kevin's bringing the fire right
That
here.
is a very good question.
I think
don't
probably Carrie.
answer this,
No, it's
Dave.
probably
Okay,
Carrie.
very good.
It's probably
Yeah.
Carrie. He sits on public toilet seats all
No,
the time.
I got the airborne
Although
stuff.
there
Yeah.
are people that were, tattoos, spread. There were people. Did you have anybody who had a tattoo of NC Picker?
I had someone who had claimed she had a tattoo of me, but it was pretty unclear that it was of me. Like,
okay.
the same lady as you, the one
Yeah.
that has a giant Enaman tattoo
Yes,
on her leg,
yes,
said that she's also got a blank check on there
I
to
think she has
represent
trash to cash. Oh yeah, blank
Yes,
check.
that's
Dave.
you.
And
Yeah.
trash to
Yeah, you
cash.
think that's
Got a
me?
mighty duck on it.
That's right. If you have a trash to cash tattoo, you need to send us. So
Yeah,
I'll send it
us
to
a picture,
Dave. You
Yeah,
don't need to
and
send it
here's
to
what
me.
we'll say is you will get 500 bubble bucks if you get an NC or
Did you
trash
see-
to cash
okay, so
tattoo.
what's
Why
that?
would
They
you
have
just
to
call
leave
it
a
5
comment
bubble
below?
bucks? That's confusing.
I don't know.
So they
it's
need
very
to leave
confusing.
a comment below. But how is he going to send them
I
the
have no
500
idea how
bubble
that's going to
bucks?
work. I'm not really sure.
All right, we might have to contact Joe and tell you on that. You
was
can go
all
over to the
fake.
Flipper channel
Yeah,
and
it was
I'll
all
tell you over there.
No, okay, yeah, come to my
Then you
Flipper
can use
channel,
my
I'll tell
link
you.
over there
Yeah,
instead
my
of
So
Flipper
Flipper channel.
5,000 bubble bucks is $50?
It's $5.
5,000, yeah.
It's $5.
Yeah.
So if you get a $39.99 for the
500.
Quadzilla, you
Yeah,
get it
so
for
5,000
$35.
would be 25.
Why do you need to figure this out right now?
Why is it so
It doesn't seem
unnecessarily?
important. 500 is 5 is all that matters right now. If we want to go into we can make a spreadsheet.
Can they buy more bubble bucks if they want?
They
Or why wouldn't they just use cash? Do you guys
The
do
bubble
they accept
bucks-
cash
Yeah,
on
cash.
it?
the bubble bucks
You
are
just-
free. Every time you order, you get a buck of a bubble.
Do they take Bitcoin and stuff?
They
like that?
don't take any
bubble coin.
cryptocurrency.
Hey, that's
they've
a
made
good
it.
idea.
Yeah, there you
Yeah.
go. Get Joel
So
back
they're-
in here. We're gonna do bubble coin. Hold this again. My hand hurts. Now, Carrie's breath now smells like a refreshing mountain, if anyone was curious.
brushed my teeth, dude. You're
I
full
didn't
of
say
it.
you didn't brush your teeth.
Brian Klaus, who's coming, by the way, to
nice.
Uncle Mark's garage sale, 6 minutes past the 90-minute mark. It must be really expensive for Kevin's overtime. That's the last episode.
That's
you did
true.
keep me 6 minutes long.
Hold on, he kept us. Remember, we were like done. We were
Yeah.
very uncomfortable.
Yeah.
We were like, hey guys.
It was weird. It was, as Harry Tornado would say, erotic.
We were really excited about the ending, and it just was not coming.
Happy.
So,
Happy.
Sure
about
wasn't.
speaking of which, so
I'm about to spit my coffee.
tomorrow, Kevin, are you gonna go yard sailing?
Yeah, see, I have a little problem.
That's what your wife told
Blue
me.
Ridge Mama.
Yes.
Blue Ridge Mama. She'll go yard sailing with me. I'm not a morning person, but I get up for garage sales at the crack of dawn because I love them.
Does Dawn know this?
He gets up. Yeah.
Yeah, and but she doesn't like to get up early, so they kick us out of here. So if I go, we need to get back here in time to get her out, and then maybe I could keep going.
Okay, yeah. Well, I mean, we're gonna go. Our crowd's gonna be 5.
I have so many videos with y'all, but I haven't
2,
released any of them yet.
3, 4.
I
We're
might
gonna have 5
not.
people, so you'll be the 6th if you want to come with us. Hop in the van.
Just come with us to
am I
hang out.
math-
You don't
am I
need
math
content
right?
every second, Kevin.
Dude, you don't go yard sailing without getting content. What are you talking about?
I've got videos of you coming up. I'm trying to release
just touched hands a
Carrie's
little bit.
here.
We just
It was
touched
weird.
fingers.
It was beautiful.
I don't know. There was a moment. Like I saw a butterfly, but I don't even see it
So
anymore.
I
It's
gave
gone.
Dave a job to find us a new sponsor. Not that American Bubble Boy
Yeah,
is
and I
not
didn't
going
even
to
talk to
continue
them.
to sponsor.
I didn't even
You didn't even talk to them. I was
Didn't
like,
even
you know what?
mention
We need to get once Joel's contract runs out here. We need some negotiating. With them.
Yeah.
So we need to have somebody to negotiate. At least lie to me, like they're offered us to sponsor this podcast, and then, so
Well, listen,
we got to at least be on the same page.
If we learned one thing today, it's that I am really bad at networking. Really bad. I did talk to that hall company, which I'm not going to say their name because they didn't pay us, but they seemed like they could be cool.
They could be cool. Yeah.
I went there though, and I found nothing I wanted to buy, which is a bad sign. But it's like Yardaroo. I mean, no offense, Yardaroo, but there's nothing. There's nothing there.
There's
Talking about
nobody
there's
really
more.
using
Have
it
you been
yet.
there? Look, go
I'm gonna go right now and see
Go
what's
to
in Charlotte.
garagesalenation.net.
No. I'm gonna go to the
There's
app.
nothing in
But I
Charlotte.
do like the app. We just
I'm
need
telling you,
more
it's
garage
not-
sales
no,
on it.
it's not that kind. Wow.
Dude,
All right,
will
let's
there
see.
be any garage sales on this garage sale app at some point?
Let's find out.
Like, this is a free mention. It's not a positive one, but it's a mention.
Let's see.
There's nothing.
Yeah, well,
It's
Uncle
empty.
Martin, check
Blank.
out one in
It's
Raleigh
blank.
in September
Yeah.
17th.
Did
It's
you put it on Yardaroo?
Yeah, it's on
Nice.
Yardaroo.
Did he sponsor that post? Put it on Yardaroo. I'll give
maybe.
you $50. No, I think that
There are lots on Yardaroo now, simply because of Garage Sale Nation Facebook group, garagesalenation.net. Y'all go check it out.
oh my gosh, this guy.
So
What's
whatever,
the thing that came
you're
up-
hawking your
Hold
recipes.
on. Yeah.
I'm not doing the
Flouters,
reselling.
guys.
At
You
least
want
I got
good
garage
flouters?
sales
Go to
over here.
World's
Lady
Best
Arbitrage
Recipes. Yeah,
shorts.
check Lady
Shorts
Arbitrage
on
shorts.
YouTube.
So
Get her to
for
500 subs or 1,000.
I think that I probably would have liked to do more in the conversation about about store size. Okay, so someone asked me, and this is what I Googled, because someone asked
What's
me,
big enough?
what is a big enough
Yeah.
eBay store? And as like I'm delving
to
into
do
the
an
website,
eBay, to do a not a big to go to the next level for an eBay.
eBay
store.
sells different
the basic
tiers.
level
Yeah.
and then the premier and the wait a minute. I don't even know it.
they have Anchor.
Anchor, there it is.
So Daily Refinement said he's Anchor. Surprise, surprise.
Yeah, well, no.
No,
he's
Daily
banned.
Refinement's nothing.
Oh, yeah.
Daily Refinement is banned.
He was Anchor. But yeah,
They
no,
just put the anchor around.
I
it.
must be on the $60 plan because I was looking at it and I have
Yeah,
1,600
right.
items that are relisting automatically,
Right.
and you only get 1,000.
That was some other bad
on the
advice.
basic
How many
plan.
listings do you do a month? It doesn't have anything to do with
It's how many
you
are
do it, it's how many
relisting
are
themselves.
relisting,
Yeah. Well, we got there in the end.
Yeah,
It just took
we
a minute
got
to
there,
get there.
yeah.
Dalton,
I should have been on
No,
that
not
panel.
Dalton. Who was next to me? Whatever his name was helped. Oh, Osborne. I like that guy. He's cool. The Osborne.
He's
the first
also-
guy.
He's dope, yeah.
He's tall.
He's
How
not
do
a
you-
dope.
No, he's.
tall.
I'm trying to be like the kids.
The
He's
kids
dope.
don't say dope anymore.
Yeah, well, I did.
They're not wearing Jankos. They've retired their Jankos.
He was radical.
Yeah, he was far out, guys.
He was a far out groovy guy.
No, I mean, I think that I probably have the $60 store. That's expensive.
I like that.
Somebody did bring up the free
$28
shipping
one.
thing, though. That got a little controversial.
I know.
Yeah, because how do you do free shipping? And Chris
do
did
plus
I don't
shipping.
think
It's been
I don't think
established.
Josh
Plus
should have punched
shipping.
that person.
Yeah, Josh.
When they said it, but he did. He punched him right in the face.
calculated. I just do a
Am I
mix.
liable now?
So did you see the YouTube video with Flip the World where Harry Tornado tattooed Chris?
Yeah.
And then at some point, Harry Tornado said he had 3 tattoos. I didn't know that.
Yeah, well, he's got the starfish.
Yeah, and he's
got the Animan.
Patrick.
He's got the hot dog flavored water.
He's got the hot dog flavored water right on his back. Which I'm not really
That's
sure.
a Limp Bizkit reference.
Is that from Limp
Yeah,
Bizkit?
chocolate starfish and the hot dog flavored water. One of
If
the
you
best
get a
albums
tattoo
of
that
all
nobody
time.
can see, really, is it really a tattoo?
Yo, I don't know. Tell us. We heard
I
all
don't
about
have
your
a
tattoo.
tattoo.
Do you
My
know
wife,
what
did
your
you see
tattoo's
Blue's
gonna
mama
be
has
yet?
a tattoo?
What?
Did you
Yeah, I did see your
that?
wife's tattoo. So when are you going to get your tattoo?
My wife tells me I'm going to get it within the next month
And where is it going to be?
on my arm.
And
I'm
what's
going to be the new Froggy.
Gosh, what's it going to be?
Yeah. Didn't Froggy have tattoo?
You getting a full sleeve or just one?
Yeah, we're
tattoo?
going to do the whole, full body, actually.
Can you imagine that?
Can't imagine that. Are you also going to get your lip and nose pierced?
Do it.
Have you ever heard of the Prince Albert?
No? Have I ever heard of
Some of you have.
He's going to get a second Prince Albert.
Okay.
Was there anybody here that you met
Liked?
that you
No.
didn't know before that you
Oh.
like when you said Flip the World Texas?
Who I don't know who
he
they
stayed
are
up all
still.
night editing that video.
Which video?
What do you mean don't
Did I
know who
meet
it
him?
is?
You know who Chris is. He was
Chris.
the one that did the
The
hot
one
sauce.
with the tattoo video.
Oh, the hot sauce
with the
guy.
big beard.
Give me some context,
The
people.
one with the tattoo you just mentioned.
No, he mentioned it.
No, I mentioned it. He didn't
Okay,
mention it.
all right, yes.
No, okay, yeah. So I met that guy, kinda. He never really talked to
He
me.
gave
I
me
never
the
really
hot
talked to him,
sauce
but-
bottle. Did you see that?
Yeah, he
Dealing-
did.
It was I was out
And
on
they
Dealing-
signed it. That
First
was
of
very
all, they
presumptuous.
tricked me into going on a live, which I don't do lives. I didn't know I was
Kevin
on a
was on
live.
a live, yeah.
I was on a live unknowingly.
Yeah.
They had to chant your name for like almost a full minute before you would do it. Too. You were
did.
really, really trying not to, but you
come
gave
on.
what the people what
You're
they wanted.
burying the lead. Kevin handled hot
was
sauce
perfectly. There you
better than Cary.
No, he was crying. I wasn't crying. I was hiccuping
I was-
He handled
uncontrollably.
it way better. You were like,
Because that was really happening.
In
My
all
body
fairness,
was
I probably took a
involuntarily
little.
hiccuping.
I probably took a little bit less of it than he did.
You did take
I
less
really
of it,
had
yeah.
a. For
Yeah, I
sure.
was-
But they
I-
gave me the bottle. I got Dealing with Dalton signed the bottle.
Whoa.
It's probably worth way more than
I got a
stupid
shoe. We all
tree.
got shoe trees from him, by the way.
But it's taken away my
I
market
didn't
share.
get a
My
shoe
sales
tree.
on
didn't get a shoe tree?
I
comeupthinker.com.
still don't really know what they do, but I mean,
They make
here
your they
exist.
make your shoes like look fuller.
Here's the thing: I have a Christmas tree. Will it replace my Christmas tree?
It could.
I
You
mean-
get enough of them.
Yeah.
Just put them together.
Stack 'em.
That's a good idea.
So what was your question? You said, who did you meet? That
Yeah, was there somebody you met that you didn't really know much of that you like?
I liked Leroy immediately. And
Leroy.
I'd never met him in person.
Really, you never met Leroy?
Never met Leroy.
Yeah,
and the second I
Leroy
met him, I'm like, okay, I feel like I've met that guy like 1,000 times.
My wife just adores Eric and adores Leroy. I think Leroy more than Eric because Eric cooked at my house and made a big mess, and Leroy cleaned it up. But she likes food, so that's tough.
Well, I mean,
Leroy or
obviously,
Eric.
I think Mike and Richard are my favorite
Mike
guests.
and Richard, yes.
Yeah.
Right there.
And,
But
yeah,
beyond
for
that,
sure.
I don't know. I thought that.
Did you meet Mimi?
I expected Reezy to be way more standoffish, and he was actually super
Yeah.
nice, so that was cool. Yeah.
Although he almost didn't make it. Did you
Really?
see that?
No.
You didn't see that?
No.
He walked in like right before the thing started. He didn't. When,
Well,
like,
he did say
walked
to me-
in like from his room and then just walked right to the stage and went on.
He did
There you
say
go.
to me, he's like, who put the California guy at the 8 a.m. panel?
Seriously, it's a good
That was a
point.
little odd. But no, I mean, and honestly, I thought Walter Knobloch would be a really good guest on this show.
Blake's
It's
funny.
Yeah,
I'm going to call him Walter because that's
Blake
the name
is
his
funny.
parents
Funny.
gave him.
He doesn't care.
He does care. He told
Well,
me.
I'm still
Blake
bitter at
does.
him because he did a reseller bracket a year and a half ago or
Really?
so, and I wasn't even on it.
Well, I mean, you're not
Thanks.
a real reseller.
Appreciate
I made it. I was on it. I
Oh
believe.
no,
I think I
Carrie was
yeah.
on it.
Well, no. A week later, he did the senior bracket. So he had
senior
two separate
Senior
brackets,
PGA,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, so
All
he
right,
had
well, there
you
you go.
up
I must have
against.
missed that.
I
Gotta
don't
come
know,
on,
who
call
else
some
is
people
old?
some seniors
Okay,
on the
wait, I'm trying to
podcast.
think of
Let's
that.
do it.
I don't watch enough people to know who's a senior. Oh, there was a lady that seemed around Kevin's age.
40.
Yeah. See, we've got people just walking. It's very distracting.
Yes.
With my ADD, people walking by.
You should have been on this side. Mimi,
There's
did
Bill.
you meet Mimi?
Yeah.
There's Bill.
My wife's probably favorite person in the place was Mimi. She needs her own YouTube channel.
Okay, I didn't meet her.
Hilarious. I should have probably.
Or I met her
met
3 times and forgot her because I
Yeah,
forget
that's probably
everything and
what
everyone.
happened. There's a lot of people. I felt like I met everybody, and then every
There was
5
17
seconds I was
Chris's.
eating somebody.
There was a
meeting
lot of
somebody else.
Chris's.
Yeah, what is with the name Chris?
I'm the only Carrie. I don't
Lots
think
of
man.
Chris's.
Well, no, there was a woman that
This
was
is a
Carrie.
dumb show.
Did you meet Flippy?
This is always a dumb show. Why are you surprised?
But just when we start diving into named Chris names, I just
No,
feel
this
like
is what makes us special. We're not going to give you guys any reselling content,
We
any
gave
knowledge?
a little bit today.
I just want you guys to know that we are being watched currently by someone with the Commonwealth Picker fanny pack.
Oh, yeah.
That is
fanny pack.
awesome.
You should invite her
Is in the
in.
house.
Cool.
You should invite her in. So she can
We can tell her to sit down.
Yeah, sit down, watch.
Hello, good morning.
So
How
you're
are
the
you?
one person who bought a
Check out the
Commonwealth
fanny
Flipper
pack.
fanny pack. Look at
Commonwealth Picker fanny pack. She's rocking it. Nice to see you. You can chill if you want to.
Why, thank you.
Yeah. So we're just doing the world's worst podcast right now. But yeah, we took some good digs
Yeah.
on the show yesterday, guys. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, we
made
deep
fun of
dives.
everyone almost.
And nobody got offended that I know of.
A lot of people came up to me and said they enjoyed it, and some people discovered us, and some people.
Yeah.
One person while we're doing the show asked Josh, like, "Is there like value in this? Like,
No.
what are they
No.
doing?" And he's like, "No, there's no value here."
This is entertainment.
That's how we
You're-
stopped the podcast.
Yeah.
We're giving them their last $3 worth. It was worth $2.97, and then we gave them the last $3.
I mean, I think so, and I said this on my Flipper channel. Like, if you were a brand new reseller, there was a ton to learn here. There was.
Yes.
You're brand new, just starting eBay in the last couple months. You learned a lot. She's raising
I
her
learned
hand.
how much
She's
money
nodding.
Hustle at Home Mom makes on YouTube.
Well, you'll have to tell us about that on the show. Let's hear about it. How much does Hustle at Home Mom
I
make
can't
on
remember
YouTube?
Carrie when she said like,
No, she.
I'm sure she wants it displayed here for all to hear.
she does well.
She's
I'd
like,
imagine.
I kind
I
of,
don't
struggling
She's like you,
with
she's also
editing, and
wealthy.
she's like forced herself to learn how to do
Yeah.
stuff and whatever.
She seemed
so.
a little stage fright. I'll be honest.
Yeah, she was.
She was a female version of Dave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like, like I could
Okay.
see that. It was interesting.
Well, Kat the Nurse Flipper
Kind of
was
interesting.
supposed to be here. She didn't come, but she was supposed to be the second female panelist, and I think
Yeah.
she was
no,
on your
third, Renzi.
Rinzi. Yeah, was she on your panel or mine? I can't.
I don't
remember.
know which one she
His
was gonna be
panel-
on.
Carrie's panel was missing people. Froggy
There's
Flips
only
didn't show up.
Yeah,
I
Froggy
should have
didn't
been
show
on
up.
that panel.
Cat the
actually.
Nurse
I
Flipper
felt
didn't
bad.
show
I
up, yeah.
probably should have done
Yeah,
that.
WWE legend Virgil. Did
Yeah,
not.
Steve Austin was
Steve
gonna come.
Austin,
he
Stone
didn't
Cold did
come.
not
Yeah,
show.
and The Rock, of course.
And The
But
Rock,
The Rock's
yeah.
busy
He's
with
invited.
Super Pets. He's making Super Pets too.
He's making a lot of movies.
Yeah. I'm so
I
distracted.
had a leaping Lanny.
There
pop
is
up.
literally
I
just
should have
people.
sat there clearly because I was like,
There are people coming by the whole time.
Bro, this is
Squirrel,
what I dealt
squirrel.
with. I'm sitting, and my wife. I don't know if you know this, but my wife is very, very similar to you in that. Like
she?
she can, right?
Yeah.
But I mean, she couldn't even be there for. She watched the podcast and then watched your panel.
yeah.
And
Just
that-
because she wanted to see me squirm.
Yeah.
She's
And
like,
that
let's
was it.
watch
She's
Dave
like,
suffer.
I can't do it.
Yeah.
I
And see how
can't
that
take
goes.
it.
That was a blast just watching. We were trying to figure out when you were going to conk out.
Take
officially.
pictures of Dave with his eyes.
I did
like,
several videos of Dave just going.
Yeah, there's Robert
Rob!
walking by. Yeah, I mean,
Lucky
this,
shirt.
this is a show where we talk about all the people walking by.
Hey, Steve! What's up, Rodney?
No, I mean, okay, so let's actually talk reselling. How's your store been doing as you've been
Oh, yeah,
traveling?
there you
What I've learned is if you don't post, you don't sell.
Yep, that's true. And if and I was talking to Mike about this morning. Like, I've tried promoted listings, and they work for a day, and then your store dies. I've tried coupons; they do okay, but nothing works like listing.
Yeah,
Nothing.
I got 5 sales yesterday.
Nothing
but they
even
were,
close. Like, if you're not listing, it ain't gonna happen for you.
I sold a $400 plush that I bought at 127.
What plush is worth $400?
Rushton rubber face.
Oh yes.
Hillbillies.
That's 2 plushes.
Paid $85. It's in the most recent picker video. I paid
nobody's watching
$85.
that.
I remember because Uncle Steve was there, and he's like,
Yeah.
"You paid what?"
the real Commonwealth picker.
The real Commonwealth picker.
real
Uncle
one.
Steve.
He's like, "What are the comps?" I'm like, "There are no comps." I'm
yeah,
like,
you just know.
Well, I mean, there were no comps. That's why I bought it. It's
just smell the
Rushton
plush
with no
and then you could
comps.
just kinda
sold
guess.
in an hour and a half. You ever have one where you regret it? Like I think I could have put it out there for 500.
You should.
Nah, if you
Dude,
sell
cancel
it-
the order. Don't ship it.
Yeah.
Just
No,
cancel
come
it
on now.
and
That's
lie to the
terrible.
customer.
Yeah.
Tell them that you lost it and then just relist it.
Pull a Kevin, as we
That's
call it in the
something.
industry.
We call it the Kevin Shady business. is
No,
what
that's
we call it.
something that Hustlin' Hooks would do. He likes to do illegal things.
He's
Remember
a
that?
short
Wow.
fella. He's a short fella.
Wow.
He was much nicer. I was a little intimidated. I
Just
thought
because
he would
you're
be,
tall doesn't mean
whatever.
you're mean.
He walks
Yeah.
in the door and I'm like,
Profiling.
take a picture because
Bless
Dave
you.
wanted
He's
to tease me.
6'10". What I took from his discussion was he's 6'10" and he played basketball.
Yeah.
That would make sense. If I was
does make
6'10", I
sense.
think I'd play
But he
basketball,
pulls me
too.
in like, I'm like, dude, I just want to take a picture with you, man.
That was a pretty funny picture.
It was.
Everyone looks so tiny.
It was like the
everyone-
Paul picture in the cabin,
It was like
except for worse.
a dad bringing his son first day of school.
Yeah, everyone messaged me and said Kevin looked like a little boy. He had his hat off too. So he was like,
Oh,
He
yeah.
told me I could sit on his lap during the panel.
Here's the thing:
what?
like if Kevin doesn't want to get recognized at one of these events, if he takes his hat off, he'll lose
totally
50, 60,
incognito.
70% of the people
Totally
who would come up to him. I'm not
incognito.
even joking.
Oh,
It's
Ginger
crazy.
Marvin, she told me, Kathy and Chris, she told me, she's like, There's podcast going on here. You go.
I'm sorry, people just keep waving.
They told me, I don't know what I'm talking about now.
Yeah.
What was I talking about?
We were talking about the Sega Genesis you found.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Now you really got me distracted.
Yeah, some guy was telling me I can't remember what he called it. Some video game console that was only available in Australia he got, and he sold it for like $700 broken.
Oh, the kangaroo?
Yeah, I don't know what it was called. The kangaroo.
Sega
It was called the Down Under Kangaroo console.
The Awesome Blossom system?
Awesome Blossom. No, I mean, we met a lot of people that
I've
are
sold
like,
19 things since I left.
I've sold one item, and it was a lot of 105 vintage matchbooks. 205 vintage matchbooks listed it at $29.99 auction. What do you think I sold it for, Cary?
I'm going to guess $29.99 unpaid
Free
buyer.
time. No, they paid.
Okay.
They paid, yeah. But that's like every time I do an auction, whatever I started at, which is why that advice to start everything at 99 cents.
No,
is
I think that
horrible.
dude said like
Horrible.
$7.99. Did he say?
Yeah, he did say
He said
something
a little
like
higher
a
than
low price.
99
It wasn't
cents.
an auction. But Dave doesn't pay attention. I sold a Vinylmation, $10 plus shipping.
Oh, I was there when you bought that. You
know.
ripped that lady off so good,
That
Kevin.
was- yeah, that was awesome.
No, I didn't.
You know,
That
I
wasn't-
actually went back to that lady and gave her some extra money after you left.
For me, right?
Yeah, I just felt
right.
guilty. I was like,
Whatever.
wow, Kevin really
See, every
screwed
time-
her.
That's
Like-
what I learned. Dave is cheaper than I thought he was. That's
Oh,
what I
really?
learned, yeah.
When you went yard sailing?
No,
I've noticed
at
his
dinner
tactic.
last night, actually.
Dinner was
when I
free.
pay for dinner, Dave orders like 3 entrees.
Yeah? Yeah?
Yeah, he
He
ordered
does.
2 and it's like it wasn't enough. Those tacos were tiny.
Well, I did pay you for that, by the
Yeah.
way. I PayPal'd you, so.
Oh, you did?
I did. I didn't
All
even
right,
tell
take
him
it
I
all
did
back.
it. I PayPal'd
take it
him
all
like
back.
$30. I have no idea what I could spend, but I said
You
it like
spent more
$30.
than 30.
Art didn't, and he drank. You know, I paid
Well,
for
you
Art's
told him not
food.
to,
Well, I
in
brought him
Art's
here because
defense.
I told him, I said, you have to be within 10 feet of me the entire time, so I look taller. And he did.
he was
I
pretty
earned.
close
He
to you.
earned the money.
I feel like I didn't see Art the whole time. Like the first
For
day
real?
I did, and then he like
Yeah, he's so short, he just blends
I
into
just
the
was looking
crowd.
right over his
You can't
head.
see it.
Yeah, 'cause I'm
Art
so
is the
tall.
man. Y'all
I'm
should
so
check
tall.
out his channel, by the way.
I love Art.
Art Vandelay.
The Art of Resale.
Art of Resale. He's the next Harry Tornado, I'm telling you.
Dan in Demand would be Art Vandelay.
Yeah, I mean, I think my favorite part was all the people asking to get pictures with us and asking people like Phoenix Resale to take the
Take
pictures.
the pictures. That happened
Breezy
multiple
Resells,
times.
Phoenix
That is the
Resale.
best part where,
That
yeah.
was pretty good.
And
I
they
gotta
all like
tell
look
you.
slightly offended, like, do you know who I
Haley
am?
Tornado, take this picture of us.
Yeah,
Yeah,
take
that's
this
nice.
picture. Yeah, it was-
And she was
it felt
mostly
like a big
just
deal.
working
I had
in
one person-
the front table.
Yeah, they made her work.
They didn't even have
like
her.
raking Prophet's mom. That's how hard.
Exactly.
She
Josh was
working.
just lallygagging around.
Yeah.
Well, and I know Kevin was upset because, like, he set up this thing when we were at the 127 where he got this line of people wanting autographs and photos, and he didn't get his line this time. He was really upset about that.
He's just
like,
telling people to line up. They're like, we're trying to
what
get
are we
the
lining up
buffet, dude.
Actually, when he saw the line, he hopped to the front of the buffet and just stood there with a pen thinking it was for him.
he just,
thought it
he
was-
literally, yeah, no, he
God.
just, yeah.
He's like, you guys are in line for me, right? What do you want me to autograph?
That's how he does the buffet line, too. He just goes to the front, he turns around, winks, and hands a sticker.
I
and-
listen, for the record,
He finally signed a
for all
baby.
the people
He did
that I
sign a
got
baby.
hate mail from for charging for autographs, that was a joke. I probably signed 20 autographs and I didn't charge a dime.
Wow.
There you go.
On the record.
The bill is in the mail.
Yes.
Exactly. He sends that snail mail and he wants a check sent back.
Yeah, he doesn't even know how to use digital payments. It's like,
Exactly.
give me a
Actually,
check
I paid
there.
for something on Stripe. I paid for some more. Yeah, I did.
What'd you buy?
I bought
Oh,
more
it's
trash
private.
cash shirts.
It's private, huh? More? You never got any in the first place.
Right. That's why I
More
bought
than
it from
zero.
somebody else.
More than zero. I commissioned viewers to make me artwork.
Yes,
Okay,
that's what he was
There's some
coloring
great
at the
artwork.
table.
and I was
by
telling.
the
We're not
way.
going to talk about it, but I got the artwork, and then I realized it could be better. It's good. It's very good.
But it could be
and
better.
I might use it.
Always could be better.
But it could maybe be better. So I also did a little experiment, and I hired 2 people on Fiverr. Okay,
Oh.
one for $40 and one for $80.
Oof.
Okay, so
Man,
I
you've
invested.
already in the hole
first of all-
120.
First of all, I sent $100 to that viewer for designing it for me.
Wow, you were
And
really
then
in the hole.
I
Yo, these
sent that
t-shirts are going to
design.
cost you a lot of money.
Listen, I'm willing to put in the money to get the best shirt that
Well, you're
beats
gonna
out
have
2
to.
shirts. That's my goal. Because they're both going to have a shirt for sale too, and mine's got to be the one that sells the most. So I'm spending money on this. And you know Cary's going to invest big time.
I
too,
better
I'm sure.
win, is all I'm
Yeah.
saying, for all the work I'm going to be putting into this.
I'm sure. But yeah, so I'm already like basically 2, but I want to see which one is like the best. I might go with the original, the one designed by a viewer, but I want to give a shot to like some crazy artwork and see if it comes out like blow your mind awesome.
You know what we should do?
We'll
The
see.
next event like this, we should, like, if you wear a Trash to Cash shirt, we'll have like a separate table area, and we'll just like have our own little rally inside the rally. It'd be good.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Do you know there's like there's a new Instagram account it's called the NC Piggy Adventures.
Really?
Yeah, and it
How's
basically
NC
is just
Piggy? How's that coming?
well, it's basically just it's all pictures of the NC Piggy defiling Enemin.
Yep.
Right.
Oh,
And-
God.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Burning him at the stake, throwing him in the trash, flushing him down the toilet. Well, this doesn't exist yet, guys, but we want it
determined that they're
to.
arch
Enderman
nemesis.
We
is a
want this
happy
to
warrior.
exist. Now, last
Encourages
time-
people to sell. And,
Yeah, he's
get
judgy.
things
He's
moving.
judgy, guys.
Go ahead. Time mark
Yeah.
this. Timestamp the judgy Kevin part.
Now, me and Carrie were marveling because we talked so much about the bearded limoncello.
Yes, and we had 2. There was already 2 that had been
There's two
created before
bearded-
you.
We spoke them into life.
So what are we
Bearded
gonna do today?
limoncello.
What are we gonna?
This is what we're gonna
speak?
do. I want NC Piggy's Adventures, an
NC Piggy.
Instagram account with pictures of the NC Piggy damaging Enemin.
And I want to.
Damaging.
This is the account I want.
Do we need a damaging kit?
They're gonna need to keep buying them from you. They're gonna need to keep buying them for
Okay,
your
all
pictures.
right, well,
Yeah,
there
you're
you
gonna be
And then
selling
what I
content.
want is Bob Barker's not dead.
Have
I
you
want
seen
that
pictures
account.
of Bob Barker lately?
Wait, isn't
We
the
should
Bob
post
Barker
some
thing
in
the thing
there.
I offended everyone with? We gotta be
Yes,
careful with
yes.
that one. He's
No.
dead or he's not
No,
dead.
not
Yeah,
dead.
not dead. Put Bob Barker's
If I
not
say
dead, or
he's-
just Bob Barker and make it look like he's
Yeah,
obviously not
we
dead.
don't want to say Bob Barker's dead.
Don't make him look like a zombie, although that would
Put
be
that in
funny.
the comments. You'll get another 500
Bubble
bucks.
bucks. Yeah.
Bob Barker.
But no,
not
okay, so you
Bob
asked about
Barker
the
bubble
NC
bucks.
Piggy.
The Bob Barker
Okay.
bubble bucks.
I had 20.
Worth nothing.
I had 24 NC Piggies.
all gone.
Death Pile Support Pig. They're
Death-
all gone.
Death
They
Pile
sold
Support
out
Pigs.
instantly.
There's nothing
Do
wrong
people
with having
just
a
sit them on
death
top
pile,
of their
folks.
death pile?
They're gonna put them on their death pile, and what he
just-
does is he eats your death pile and poops out listings.
Oh,
That's his
very
magic
good, very
power.
good.
So it's pretty cool.
Hey, Carrie, guess what I sold? I sold an Avon item. It just
Did you
sold.
really?
Yeah.
The Avon bottle.
It was an Avon plush, $17.
Oh, that's pretty cool. But yeah, so I'm trying to source more piggies. The thing is, the first set of piggies cost me like 80 cents a piece.
Yeah, that's right.
And if I actually get a custom NC piggy, it's going to cost me like 10x set, which
Yeah.
is going to be a little brutal. But
'Cause you're
is
so
it 10x or 100x? It's a
Oh, it's
lot
more than 10x.
Yeah.
No, it's
Yeah.
10x.
Yeah,
10x.
it's going to be expensive.
10x.
So I've got to, let me know, guys, the demand for NC piggies down in the chat. because
Maybe
we
I
could
should
make
do
one.
that for you since you set up the whole Animan thing for me.
Yeah, and I
That was
paid for the
Dave's
Animan.
way to begin to clout chase.
No,
he
I
just
did
tried to
so
do
much more
something
than
nice.
that. Listen, I wasn't cloud chasing. I was just trying to steal your audience. Let's get
This
it
was
right.
there was some really grade A clout chasing at this event too.
There
Oh,
was,
totally.
yeah.
There's just
Who would
people
you
throwing-
say is the biggest offender?
Biggest
God,
defender.
rewilding, reselling. He'll just
Really?
he'll just like come here and like just put you in a video randomly.
That is true. He
Yeah,
was like
that is
zooming in on my
true.
face.
Yeah.
And Jenna needs some work on the pull and focus. I mean, she did a good job, but she needs.
Yeah, I
to get
did
a little
tell
better
her
at pull and
about
focus.
that criticism,
you're great.
and she said your bill is going to go up by 10%, mine's going to go down by 10%.
Yeah, that's
They
fair.
said I get a discount if I do bookkeeping,
Which
and
you
I
won't.
reminded them mine's going to be very messy. My,
Imagine someone spending money and not tracking any of it. That's
Imagine that.
Carrie's life. I mean, there was many times where I'm sitting
Imagine
with
people
Carrie.
spending your money and my money and not tracking any of it.
it's so much easier not to track that way.
I'm sitting there with Carrie, and I'm just like hearing these people saying they're doing 100,000 a month, 50,000 a month. Me and Carrie looking at each other. I'm like, I sold 5.
So how is
Okay, our battery died, and Kevin, does yours say recording on it?
It says
REC?
recording on it, yes.
Okay,
and I'm
so-
time stamping, make sure I don't go over 90 minutes this time.
Okay,
so
good. Yeah, you
that's
don't.
good.
So someone was saying that our podcast, and actually he left the room. He was so offended, Richard.
Yeah.
He said it's too crass.
Yeah, or something to
And
that effect.
we don't talk about cash often, so maybe
Yeah.
we should change the name.
Yeah,
Trash to wait, what is it?
trash to crass.
Trash to crass.
That is the
podcast.
thing. Like we talk a lot about
Oh
the
my God.
trash. Oh, did what happen?
My chair keeps going down.
That's something happened with the video.
This is crass.
This is a little
Death
quick.
Valley Finds
Oh, he's
talking
always
about my
crass.
new cabin. He said it's going to be Kevin's manscaped cabin for the Inaman's smooth ride. That seems pretty crass.
That is very.
You have to be
crass.
able to grow hair to manscape it, though.
Yeah, that is true. He's got the body of a baby.
smooth.
It's all
Young,
like squishy, young.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, now I'm feeling
I
nauseous.
had plenty of people ask me how old I was. They're like, "You don't really seem that old."
Yeah.
Art even told me that.
Not
Art's
until
like,
you
"Man,
get up
I
close,
expected."
and then you see the vast
Jeez.
field of wrinkles.
Yeah,
everywhere.
it's a little bit abrasive in person, honestly. It's just like maybe you have like a cream skin routine or something. You know what I mean?
I'm selling a bunch of Mary Kay
You have
Rejuvenate.
completely. I spent 3 years building a brand, and you successfully
destroyed it.
have destroyed
Yeah,
it
no,
in
everybody
a matter
just
of months.
thinks
Even
you're old
Josh
now.
and Caleb are up there ripping on me in front of the thing.
No,
It's you
see,
two that
now
have done
oh,
that
he
thing.
came back. Oh, look, he came back, guys. He quit us, and and then he came back. He couldn't.
He was too good for us. Now he's back.
We were hearing that you wanted to change the podcast, Richard, to the Trash to Crass podcast. Trash to Crass.
Sure.
Yeah.
We're
too crass. We offended him, and he left, but he's back, and we're welcoming you back with loving open arms because we are just that kind of a. Are we selling Diet Pepsi now, guys? We're sponsored by Diet Pepsi. We're not.
We aren't, but we're sponsored by American Bubble Boy.
Who's that?
Oh my gosh! Did you meet Flippy McFlipperson?
Yes, I met him at I think Dante's event.
That's right.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
Dante's having another event, and Dante wasn't here.
I don't know
so,
if I want to
so-
go. I want to
Really?
go. Listen, I want to go.
I'm gonna go if I'm free that weekend. I think my boy might have a tournament.
I
but-
think it's gonna make me take another day off, and I think it's gonna be frowned upon.
Yeah,
I've been
I
taking
think
way
so.
too much time off,
Yeah,
so
no doubt.
I'm
But
probably
they haven't
gonna
fired
skip
you
it.
yet. So, I mean, you are of some value to the
I am
company.
of some value. I do not doubt that.
It's like
I am
the
of some value.
podcast. He's some
Yeah,
value.
it seems
to the
like he does
podcast.
something important for a company that I don't understand.
Carrie sat in on a meeting. I mean,
Yeah, I
it's the
did
best
sit in
thing.
on a
Though,
meeting. Yeah, I
Dante missed the
TPS
birth of
reports.
his child to
be
be
in
on the
prison.
show, so
To be in
maybe
prison.
you should miss it. Maybe I should miss my boy's game to be at this one. So.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to be a bad father,
Yeah.
Kevin always goes to like all the
Dante's a
games.
People
fine
ripped on him for that, for missing the,
really,
Yeah, but I mean, it's
mean-
an opportunity that,
your child's not going to remember. I promise.
this is very true.
Not going to remember. I've got kids. They don't remember anything before 3.
If the mama's happy with it, then you're good to go.
Yeah, the
right?
kid ain't remembering that
My
one.
wife didn't like me those days, anyways. I dropped her off at the wrong place at the
That was
hospital.
stressful.
That was pretty
Childbirth
bad.
is stressful.
Let's
for
be
the
clear.
men. For the men. I think we need to
Let's
give
be
more
clear-
attention
let's
to
be
the
clear.
men.
That's right.
Steve was driving, and
Yeah.
Kevin directed
Steve
him.
delivered the baby.
Yeah, probably.
He actually was the doctor on hand.
Uncle Steve on Instagram.
Yeah, I mean,
Ivan says nobody wants to know who plays with Dave's Oculus.
Oh,
I think that's
what do you think
true.
about that? Carrie didn't play with it as much as he said he was going to.
No,
think-
I promised to play with it more, and you wanted me to play with it more, but I didn't play with it as much.
we got
as I
busy
wanted
doing
to.
reselling content.
Yeah, we did.
So you couldn't play with my Oculus Rift, guys. My Oculus
Those are
Rift.
so good.
Have you been getting
Change
spammed
your
a
life.
lot? Now, I see when I look at the comments in your videos, you don't even respond to people, so the
I
spam
heart
shows
them.
up.
I heart them.
Okay. But there's spam in yours.
read
I've
some
been
of them.
spammed, like imitation spam, like with my image in it.
I love spam.
giving
It's so
away
salty.
stuff. It's happening like crazy lately.
like
You haven't
spam?
seen that?
No, it's too meaty.
There's spam in the podcast stuff.
I
now.
saw a little piece of spam, but it seemed really interesting about investing, and so I left it. I was like, it's a good
Back
point.
to
Clicked on
investing.
all of them, and I've seen
Yeah.
some very interesting things that I did not know were humanly possible.
Yes, yes.
I had lots of people. Did you send me this? Did I really win a MacBook Pro?
Yeah.
Richard was one of them. I told Richard he did win the MacBook Pro. Have they delivered yet?
All right, we're gonna bring in a special guest really quick.
guest.
Sit down.
Oh,
you have no
really?
choice.
We're bringing
you have
him
no
in?
choice. We're gonna bring him in because I think
Man.
it's important to talk.
Great,
This is one of those few
This doesn't
actual.
happen very
Hold
much.
on.
This is an actual reseller.
This is why
right
we're
here.
doing it. This is like an official
guys,
guy
come
who
here.
makes us feel
Oh,
bad
okay.
about our skill set. Kind of reseller. Make sure he's mic'd up too.
Where's that at?
Here we go.
This is Sir Buys a
Oh
Lot.
no, I want to talk over to Kevin.
Mr. Buys a Lot or Sir Buys a Lot?
Whatever you want to call me.
Have
Big
you
Daddy.
gotten your sireship yet?
Okay.
Are you a sir?
He's already committed.
Are you the Lord?
He's calling you Big Daddy and
This is
everything.
another
you know.
Danny episode here. Big Daddy.
Another Danny episode. Oh look, he's gonna hold it for me and everything.
gonna hold it
He's
for
a
you.
gentleman.
So tell us a little bit about your reselling business because I find it really interesting when I don't fall asleep. Go.
I buy a bunch of stuff and I sell a bunch of stuff and
Mr. Buys a Lot.
I will tell you.
Buys a Lot.
But you're not Mr. Sells a lot,
And
so
he-
that
Yeah.
that leads to some questions.
Yeah,
Hoarder.
I almost fell asleep just like you did that one
Yeah,
time. I was
yeah.
like,
He kept saying every time somebody, why am I not on this panel? Why do they got these idiots up there? He
I
just
did
said that
not.
over
You
and
did.
over
You
and
did.
over.
And he was
again.
specifically calling out people by
Yes,
name.
by
I mean,
name.
you remember he was
Yes.
Who
Caleb,
were your
Josh.
least favorite?
yeah.
3 least favorite people that you met on this?
three least favorite people I
Yeah,
met.
specifically.
And not at this table.
Brian.
Yeah, Brian Klaus, our viewer.
No.
That's specifically fair.
Brian Davis. Oh wait, that's me. Never
That's
mind.
you, yeah.
So yeah.
No,
Oh, look how he
okay,
did
but
that
hold
one.
on.
I met
he was-
Commonwealth Picker.
So you
but-
didn't like Commonwealth Pickers?
Got
That's
it.
the
No,
one?
I
Commonwealth
saw
Flipper
him,
and
but
Commonwealth
he, like,
Auction House.
He
They're
like
different.
disappeared.
He was stealing merch off the table.
He was. I
Was that
did.
free?
I absolutely.
Was that list perfectly stuff free?
You guys see this hat?
I think he
Look at this
stole
hat.
the hat.
No,
the
his hat was
autograph
sitting there.
hat.
Off the
and,
table.
And I sat down and I'm like, oh, this hat must be for me. And I was,
Those are
I
worth
was like,
at least 500 bubble bucks, by the way.
Yeah. Okay,
Oh,
hold
from-
on.
from
American Bubble
American
Boy. It was
Bubble Boy?
$5. Okay, no, I want to be serious for a second.
Okay,
He's
serious.
talking about $1
won't be
million
serious.
Okay.
buy.
Yes.
of ephemera, right? Is it ephemera?
Yes.
That's insane to me.
That I've
$1
worked
million
on for
buy.
7 years.
And you
How
said
did
just
you
like
get the
one of
money?
the posters?
I didn't buy it yet.
Did you
That was
rob
the
a bank?
problem.
Will you rob a bank?
Are you doing
Do you need
drugs
help?
deals
For
or
the
something?
stuff we could
Yeah.
go in as like actually we could
cohorts.
all get Commonwealth picker mask.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Well, that's not a thing, but it could be.
Masks?
Yeah, it's
Wait.
sold on your
I
adult
didn't
site.
do that.
Yeah.
No,
Well,
I mean,
they're like the face mask for COVID, but they just got like little Commonwealth picker signs. That
I
way
don't want to.
everybody can find
I don't want to be rushed by a bunch of old ladies in walkers.
that's true.
Well-
What's $1 million? What's $1 million buy look like? What do you get in a buy that big?
Well, if I had $1 million
Well, I'll lend you.
and I bought the deal, if I had $1 million and I bought the deal.
They told you that in the last.
Yeah, they told you.
Oh,
so.
wow. Yeah, sorry. Jeez.
Yeah.
So it is 80 million items. So it is
What?
literally, it's a total of 80.
Carrie's jaw just hit the ground.
It's a total of
How
80
do you
million
move
items
that?
dating back to the 1700s.
Wow. Like, is there paper
Probably
It would,
wigs?
like
it would take
50s.
Carrie a millennium to list that many items.
Dude,
Did-
I don't think I could in a millennium, honestly.
As a respective fat man, I sweat just thinking about having to move all of that ephemera.
How many employees do you have? You must have employees.
I have one office manager, and
Okay.
I have a wife who kind of controls everything over top of me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Interesting.
I'm old, so I have to be on the bottom. It's fine.
Okay, that's fine.
I told
okay.
you, Danny. Now it's crash.
Just crash.
crash.
Yeah,
Crash
we're all go down.
Yeah.
For this podcast.
Okay, so can you buy half of it? Can you buy some of it? Can
so
you buy a percentage?
originally the deal started out at $8 million.
That's a lot of money.
So
It's
over the
more
last
than
8 years, we've
lot
just
more
been
than I
talking
have.
and talking.
You've been scamming him for 8 years.
And no, he just realizes
Talking
that
him
like
down.
it's a lot of work. He sets up one time a year at one local flea market.
Yeah.
And I buy stuff from him every time I see him.
Yeah.
So I specifically make time to go to that flea market once
Yep.
a year and look at his stuff because he always gives me really good deals. I love ephemera because my mindset is large scale. I'm not greedy about anything. It's like, well, I can honestly say that
We want honesty on the
I
podcast.
do not go to anybody and offer them $3 for their $200 piece of Tupperware. I just don't do
that's
it.
Yeah, you wouldn't do that. That's
Yeah.
a disgusting act.
Who has the audacity to do that?
I
That
don't
guy
know.
must
I
drag
don't
them on the ground.
How did this guy get 80 million items? Was he a lord or a lady? Because I'm a lord, technically now.
Oh.
I'm a lord in Scotland. I own a
how I
piece of
saw
You
it.
land.
own a piece of land.
Yes,
Yeah.
no, Harry bequeathed it to me.
So,
Bequeathed? No, I don't think that's right.
right. Whoa.
How do you say it?
Some got a little stinky
Not like
there.
that.
Some got a little stinky there. You shouldn't date Harry no more. You should stay away from Harry.
Okay, so anyways,
That's the wrong tornado
here's
you're
a
giving.
better question. On eBay, you're an active seller,
I gotta
yes?
have my sign.
You're an active seller on eBay.
I am an active seller.
Would you call
anyway.
yourself a power seller?
Um,
Would eBay call you a power seller?
eBay calls me a power
Okay,
seller.
how many
But
sales?
that's because I give eBay
on
$7,000
average?
a month.
How many sales on average per day?
Anywhere from 30 to 75.
Okay, and do you do the anchor store or do you have the bigger store?
I have an enterprise store,
Which is a lot of money,
which
right?
is the no glove, no lube proctology exam from eBay.
Okay, and how much does that cost?
It's $3,000 a month.
That's
Store
literally
subscription.
his store subscription, guys, is $3,000 a month.
Yeah,
Wow.
That's Dave's 90 day
I didn't even know you could make
3,000
3,000 a month on eBay.
Well, what is your 90-day total?
It used to be $25,000 to $30,000.
Okay.
For 90 days was kind of. Oh
Okay.
no, it was monthly. It was
Monthly,
30
yeah. I was gonna say that seems low, but
Yeah,
okay.
no, it was my monthly.
Okay.
So 90 grand
Yeah.
was the average. Was
USD?
the average 90 day. Yep, American money.
Okay, awesome.
90 grand USD,
Bubble
okay.
bucks.
Now I'm kind of wishing it was Canadian because.
But
like,
9 of
American
that went
dollar's not
straight
worth-
to eBay. Do you promote your listings?
I do promote some of
Okay.
some of my listings. I don't use their suggested promotions because
No.
I'm a very niche market, very vintage.
I find that ephemera does good with promotion. That's like one of the categories I did well when I promoted.
So when I'm selling a picture of your great great grandmother, and I'm the only person who's got
Great
it.
great grandma picker.
yeah.
Leota.
Yeah, she's great. I bring her to sales.
Oh no, wait,
She's-
that was a picture of Kevin.
Of course,
I'm sorry.
but-
Never
You
mind.
bring her to sales.
I
That
thought
was
it
a
was
picture of Kevin,
great-great-grandmother.
yes. Yeah.
I saw them on the 127 with you. Oh, that wasn't your grandma?
Yeah, no. Okay, so you know what? You know who looks a lot like my mom, by the way, now is Elton John.
Yes.
I mean, it's weird. It's like eerie how much they look
I
alike.
could have swore I saw her
Like
in
current
concert
day
in
Elton
Vegas.
John and my mom are doppelgangers.
That is amazing.
Guys, look it up. You know my mom. Look it up. Find him like singing on a stage, and you'll see that my
Yeah,
mom's up there.
We had a celebrity here yesterday. Like Parker Schnabel from Gold Rush was here.
Never heard of any of
Parker
these. You're saying
Schnabel?
words.
Yeah, that-
Parker Schnabel, Engelbert, Humperdinck.
Yeah, from Gold Rush. It was amazing.
What if Schnaub was here, and I didn't even know the Schnaub was here?
Yeah, no, remember I showed you on my phone that picture. He
don't-
looked
I
just
did-
like his doppelganger.
Oh.
I
I don't
my
remember.
God,
I
from
was
here, yeah.
drinking Shirley Temples last night. I
Yeah.
don't remember.
He's still a little hungover
But look,
from the fake alcohol.
you've progressed, and now you're drinking Pepsi. What is it, 5
Yeah.
o'clock somewhere?
Yeah, it is
5 o'clock somewhere.
I'm a bad
Yeah,
Mormon.
I don't know. So my whole point. Why's my mom calling me? Speaking of that, hold
Hey,
on.
let's
weird.
wait.
Let's
Let's
put her
Let's
live.
take a call.
Let's take a
We've
call
got a
from Mom.
live call on the podcast. Mom, is this an emergency? Are you okay?
Syphilis emergency?
It is.
Okay, yeah.
You're on speaker.
Okay, do me a favor and look at the pictures I sent you.
Look at the pictures I sent you. Okay, guys.
Find out.
Grandma,
Mom,
Mom,
we have a question for Mom.
we have a question for Mom. Go.
Do you still write Dave's name in his underwear so when he leaves them
Nobody touches that.
at everybody else's house that they don't realize that they're his hash marks, or do you actually put his name there so they know?
Are you still labeling my underpants?
I don't believe so.
She doesn't believe so. The pictures aren't in yet. Are you at a yard sale?
Yeah,
She's at a yard sale. What did you find?
Live run.
the pictures.
Well, just tell me what it is, because the pictures
Avon
didn't come.
bottles.
Are they Avon
I
bottles?
don't know. I don't
Jim
know.
Beam bottles.
You don't know what it is.
Fool.
No.
All right. Well, when the pictures come,
Wait
I'll
a
text you
minute.
back.
Hold on.
All right, wait. Everyone, hold on.
I get this.
We'll
Who
we'll
has
take a
family
poll.
members that do this? My dad.
Do you-
does this
Steve does it,
often.
right?
No, all
Oh, your dad
he
does it?
knows.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he sends stuff all
Yeah.
the time.
Oh, I have
Yeah.
hundreds of pictures from
Well,
this
yeah,
week
we'll-
while I was watching panels.
Yeah.
We need to get her mic'd up, right?
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Well, Ma, I'll call you back in a couple minutes. All right.
It's like watching an episode of Seinfeld.
Okay. Bye.
One thing real quick.
Okay. One thing. She's got one thing. Guys.
Look,
Shh.
don't leave.
Okay.
Don't
Not
leave.
leaving.
Okay.
Okay.
Look at this what I sent you really quick.
Look at what I sent you. Okay.
And
Is
I'm
she
leaving.
calling you on a
Because
tin
I
can?
can't.
What is going on?
Are you on your watch?
No, I sent it to you on my phone.
Oh, I didn't get it still, Mom. Sorry.
All right.
I don't have good
All right.
signal. I'll try to reboot my phone, and I'll call you back, or I'll text you.
Okay.
All right. Bye.
Welcome to Charlotte.
Such a good boy. All right, I'm tired of leaning over on this thing.
Yeah, get him out of here. Get out of here, Mr. Bisalot.
Thank you.
Thanks
man.
for
I
coming
appreciate
by.
it.
Guys.
Nice hat.
Oh, you
Nice
like
hat.
this?
Don't sell it. I
We're
know you.
sponsored by
Save it with
Cash
the
for
Silver
Trash
Surfer.
podcast.
Put it on top
we
of the
get
Silver
3
Surfer.
cents a year.
Will you
cents a
take a
year.
picture of it in the Silver Surfer? Put it on top of
I'm
Silver
actually
Surfer.
going back to Pennsylvania
Okay,
next
cool.
week. I will.
right.
I will put this on the
Post it on Instagram. I like it.
Instagram.
You'll like it. He's guaranteeing you a heart there.
Yep. Yeah.
That's a guaranteed
That's
heart
hard to
from
get
the
from
Cowboy.
I'll
Kevin.
repost.
Yeah.
Kevin's offered me a heart before.
Kevin
He's
gave
the
you his heart.
he helped me start Commonwealth Auctions.
Did he? Yeah, that's going real well.
Yeah, that was a.
It actually is going well.
Could we say at this point that it's officially a failure?
Yeah,
Or?
it's-
Look, we lost Jimmy, Old School Flips, as a friend. He says, we're all best friends in my eyes, but please read the fine print. Only exceptions, if you're going to go to FlipCon or you wear flip shoes, you're not our best friend.
Really, if you're going to go to FlipCon, you lose the friendship.
Yep.
Okay, Tommy Bernard.
Litmus.
Jeez, man.
Tommy, are you still listening? Comment
I don't
below
think he
and let
still
us know.
listens. I don't think he likes us anymore.
I don't know. I think he still likes me. I think Tommy and me are boys.
Yeah, he seemed like he
Gotta
liked
make
me
my
for a
I
while, but
quit
I haven't
sign
seen any
again.
comments from Tommy.
Kevin's
So-
making an I quit sign again.
Oh, look at
Yeah.
this.
Look at friggin'
I can't
Mr.
explain.
Bisalot's chatting over there while we're trying to record a podcast. Get out of here!
These guys don't know valuable information.
No, we don't have any of that. Hey, I sold something. Sold
Oh, did
something,
you?
guys.
Oh, let's see
my
what it is,
Lanta.
folks.
This is my sale of the week.
$6 is my guess. $6 plus
What's your
ship.
guess, Kevin, for my big sale?
I'm going to go 7.
This is my second sold of the week. Actually, no, I have 4 sold. A bunch of stuff sold when I was sleeping last night, Carrie.
Oh,
That's
wow.
pretty exciting. Have you sold any sports cards today for
I might have, yeah.
Oh my Yahtzee! I bought that with Kevy. Remember that? It was Kevin,
You took that out from under me.
Yes.
Kevin and Carrie both were looking at this handheld Yahtzee, brand new
Yeah,
seal.
oh, that was
no.
a good one.
They
They
were
were
looking
looking
great
at some
over.
$40, $50?
I sold it for $49.99
Okay, there
plus
you go.
shipping.
Oh my
guys.
gosh, dude. What are you going to do with all that money?
That's my sale of the year.
You and Mr. Buys a lot. You got to go in on his deal now. Give
The
him
$1 million
$40
deal,
and say,
yeah.
I'll take just like $1 million. He wouldn't even notice.
Oh, and Quicken. Remember we bought Quicken together?
I
15
remember.
bucks, sold
'cause
that.
I was getting ripped off at that sale. She wouldn't give me any good prices. She
I haven't
gave
even been
me
able
good
to list
prices.
it. I guess I could have listed
I sold a
stuff,
Harley
but-
shirt.
Did you?
For
How
way
much?
more than you sold it on Whatnot.
I sold them
$15
off,
plus shipping.
Was it one of your Harley shirts and you were just done with it because you?
No. I don't wear Harley.
All right, guys.
Vintage
my mom sent me a
Tupperware.
picture of markers, so that's good. I mean, should we get them? They're Crayola markers.
Well, yeah, and like a
But
random
there's a Batman.
Batman.
There's a random Batman there.
She really is a bad picker.
She
She's
tried.
not-
Oh, that's
she's-
actually not bad for a buck.
Yeah, for a buck, I get
Moana-
that. They're
Moana
like the
extra figures.
PVC
Yeah, those are good for a
cake
dollar,
toppers. You can get that for a
Yeah, you
dollar.
can do that.
All right, well, she's.
At least she's sending you pictures. Usually she just buys you stuff, right?
Yeah, usually she buys me stuff and says, "Oh yeah, I bought
You owe me
this."
$50,
You owe
and
me
she got you
$50,
$5 worth of items.
All right, Karen, what do you think about these?
Pass on all that.
Pass that one.
I'd pass.
Pass, yeah.
The Jabba's a Burger
Yeah,
King
Jabba,
one.
Burger King Hut. Yeah, okay. Anyway, so that's what we're doing. This is. Does this happen to anyone else? Let me know in the comments. Do you have a family member who's like constantly calling you with fines, or even worse? Not worse, maybe better. I don't know. I'm constantly getting text messages of yard sales coming up. Like
Yeah,
I'm not
I
paying
get those
attention to
too.
that. I'm like, yeah, I know.
I get those
do
often.
all yard sales.
I appreciate sometimes when it's like a Facebook community sale that wasn't
Yeah,
on my
maybe I wouldn't
radar
have
in
seen it,
another
yeah.
area in Roanoke.
Every
or
now and
something.
then it pays off. But well, there you
Yeah.
go. Bubblehead doll.
Dude, that is.
I
I'm
don't-
trying to see who that is.
Major
though.
League Baseball. Yeah, that's you'd like that.
$3, I'd
$3?
buy it personally. I don't know if it's worth a lot though.
It is. Yeah, you buy it for your collection. This is a bobblehead doll. This is great content we're providing, guys.
Yeah,
Really,
guys.
really good content.
Sorry
Tigger.
about everything.
They got a Tigger plush that I'd probably buy because it's cool. I
You
don't
know, I get on Facebook. I don't look at the messages often, but I probably get once or twice a week people sending me like pictures of their Disney VHS collections. Like, how much do you want to pay for it?
It's all like they're all black.
And they're
diamond.
serious. I'm like, they're serious.
probably
like,
a lot.
oh my
I mean, dude,
gosh.
Disney.
I
Black
saw
Diamond-
Aladdin for $50,000. I'll let you have it because I'm a big fan for $15K.
Telling you.
15.
I still need to get my VHS guy and do a video with him, but
I saw that guy. So Kevin was talking about buying a Cars VHS for like thousands
I
of
did,
dollars,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I was going to pay
$2,500.
We're gonna pay
$2,500 for it.
$2,500. The guy said no. He's a greedy, super greedy guy.
No,
Greedy
he was
company.
look. He
Kevin
was
said
very
that.
good. His dad just passed
Explicitly.
away, actually.
Yeah. Oh,
There's
well.
more vulgar language, but yes.
James is a really nice guy, and I
Nice
offered
guy.
him that because he was afraid of the transaction on eBay and get, if you lose that, how would you like to
You
sell
were
it for
definitely going to
30,
demand a refund, but you wanted to keep the item.
And I thought maybe I could probably sell it for around $5,000, get it graded, make some content with it,
Yeah.
and then I was going to give him 10% on top.
Okay.
And, we'd get more money. He ended up selling it, what was it?
3,500.
35,
34.70.
36, I think. Something like that.
It was
3,500.
$3,500 for the Cars VHS, and this just proves that every
Sealed.
reseller telling you that Disney VHS Black Diamonds arenn't collectible, they're all liars.
No,
That's
they're-
true.
They're,
They're
not
vastly
liars.
valuable. Buy them all for hundreds
Well,
of dollars.
Cars is not Black Diamond, and there's very few. Matter of fact, there's only 3 sealed ones that I'm aware of ever anywhere. I'm sure there's some out there.
But the cool thing about your system is you could just find them unsealed, and then you can make them sealed.
That's right.
So
yes,
that's-
I can do that.
that's the
the
value
watermark
add.
part is the hard part. That's the expensive part to get the watermark to put on there.
Yeah.
But I just have Reagan just like draw it with a Sharpie.
I'm
a
trying
watermark.
to I'm trying to provide information for my mom while we do this. But yeah.
That's
so the
probably a
Cars,
bad
I'll say
idea,
this, the
Dave.
Cars VHS is not a clamshell one, like it's not the plastic,
boxed.
it's just a normal boxed
Yep.
VHS.
And there are some boxed Disney. If you find a boxed Disney Black Diamond, it's probably worth money. And there are
What do you
a
mean
few out there.
boxed? Oh, you mean not in a clamshell?
Yep. There are
okay.
some. There are some.
And
They're
would the
book club
pre-owned
ones or
cars
promo
sell for a
ones.
lot too?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
sure. Not nearly as much, but in the
$1,000?
hunt, probably not.
Probably not $1,000. Okay, so
Probably
I'm not
not.
going to buy. I only do $1,000 flips. $1,000. I stick.
I
to
do
I've been
$1
looking for
or
years.
$1,000,
The guy's like,
nothing in
he
between.
sends me a message. I'm like, are you serious? He paid $1 for it.
That's crazy. I mean, I didn't even like that movie that much.
Yeah.
Cars?
All right, it was pretty good.
It was a
I
great
didn't like
movie.
Cars 2 or Cars 3. I know it's Turner's favorite, right?
It's
Cars is Turner's favorite.
Bubba's favorite too.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. He
okay.
loved it. I
He's
sold
got
a
so many
sealed
employees,
Cars.
I forget their names sometimes.
I sold a sealed Cars. I sold a Disney Pixar leak-less pit row something, $20 plus shipping.
He's just bragging
Look
about
at
his
this guy.
sales. I got 4 sales and they're all
Mr. buys a
terrible.
lot over there. Look at that.
Kevin buys a lot. Dude, $1 million item. There's Rachel Strickland.
Didn't even
$1
see it.
million buy. Can you even imagine? Like
That's a lot.
investing $1 million.
That's
He
$1 million
would-
more dollars than I have.
Do you think he
available
has
to
$1
buy.
million? Or do you think he's going to
doesn't.
finance
He said he
this
doesn't
thing?
have $1 million. That's why
So he has to
bought it yet.
sell it off for him, and
He
how
was
long?
talking
That's
about
a-
selling all his inventory, because that's what he was saying. He said he's got a ton of inventory and he wants to sell it in boxes, like reseller boxes.
On Whatnot?
So that might be an opportunity, guys. I think he's selling it on his website.
on his. Okay.
And you
Well, he
can
does the
pick-
online auction.
So he said you can pick.
YouTube.
I think I don't. We should have asked him about this, but I think he said you could pick like 50 items, and you'll pay $2 a piece for the items, and all the items average between 15 to 25 each in value, because he's trying to bring in a ton of money so he can do this big buy. So he's like offloading all his low dollar stuff for $2 a piece, basically.
Yeah.
But then again, ephemera is low dollar stuff, so we'll have to bring it
Well,
back.
1700s ephemera. Some of it might not be low.
Well, you know
stuff.
how reselling is. You know, the
I mean,
old
that could
stuff
be
you
like-
bought yesterday's boring, and the new stuff you haven't
That is
bought
true.
yet is
That is
exciting, even if it's the same kind of stuff. Or
8
the,
million items.
Think
He's selling
about
for $1 a
1700s.
he
piece.
said 80 million, didn't he?
He said 80 million or 8 million?
He said 80. No, I don't know.
80.
said
She says 80.
Very good.
80 million items for $1 a piece.
I can't count that. high.
That's just
80
$80
million
million. Where do you store 80 million
Well, it's
ephemera
ephemera,
items?
Kevin.
I
One piece of
understand.
paper.
One
It's like
filing
80
cabinet
million
should hold
copies
it.
of the Constitution. Maybe we could do that. Bill of Rights.
Dude,
Those are all behind
1700s.
paintings, though, from
know.
what I've heard.
I think
Yeah.
it would be crazy. It would be. We should try to get Rachel in here, but I don't think we're going to. She's too distracted by checking out with the hotel. We're weirdos. We're just like staying here and lingering for another day because we're crazy people.
They're
But
trying to get free dinner again, is what they're trying to do.
We wanted no. Okay, so we had an idea for dinner, by the way, that Eric had proposed.
Okay.
Top golf.
Top golf.
Yeah,
That's interesting.
That could be kind of fun. We can go play
Yeah.
top golf and eat some.
Tell
food there.
Eric he can pay for it.
That's what I told him. I said, Eric, it's your treat, and he said, "Oh, I don't know
Dante's
about
thing's
that."
at Top Golf.
Is it a top
Yeah.
golf? Yeah, we could do our own little.
Yeah,
top
I'd like to
golf
see
event.
Dave golf.
Oh, it's hilarious. If you want to, I've actually fallen off the top
My
golf
wife
thing
can-
like 6 times.
Dave
I
goes,
swing so hard. I
Somebody,
just fly
could
off.
somebody Photoshop Dave trapped in the net at Top Golf, please? That would be hilarious. Photoshop
good
that, send it to our
thumbnail.
Instagrams,
I
please.
think that'd be pretty
put it
good.
on a T-shirt.
That'd be pretty good. Yeah, I think that'd be fun. I mean, me and Carrie were also talking about going and catching a movie, Kev, this afternoon.
Okay.
I don't know what we're gonna see.
I'm
like
not-
Bullet Train or something.
Yeah, the one with Brad Pitt fighting
my
the train.
lookalike, Brad Pitt.
Yeah.
The
The Fall,
for
go
sure.
see it. I loved it.
Fall sucked. Don't watch The Fall. It's a terrible movie. All right, FlipCon, guys. I mean, we've done it. We've accomplished it.
Yeah.
I'm proud of it. Kevin did a bad job. Carrie did a great job. I did a bad job. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you subscribe. We'll see you next time. Peace out.